and serve you nothing but sizzling breakfast. It's been quite an eventful weekend with ice on the tails of former finance minister. He rejecting a visit by Ghana's mission, with Team Legal Wives showing their display of love and affection to Akosua Sewa, with facts telling us who our best and worst performing ministers and members of parliament are. You're welcome to another edition of the show. My name is Mohammed. Let me motivate you this morning. Our quote of the day is by Albert Einstein, who says we cannot solve problems with the kind of thinking we employed when we came up with them. You cannot solve the problems you have with the kind of thinking you had when those problems came. So if you have a strategy and you're thinking that, well, with all the problems I have, this strategy can still solve them. Newsflash. That strategy cannot solve all the problems you have. You need to deploy new strategies as we enter a brand new week. Now let me pump you up. But let me pump you up, and I'm sure I've been able to do that. Get up, go earn your keep. That is what will put food on your table. Now let's head to the courts. Well, Captain has joined me this morning. Captain, good morning. How are we?
Good morning, Lily. Yeah, I'm good. The weekend too was good. Whichever way you look at it, it can only be good.
Well,
but there's always that temptation when you have a very long one.
I know.
So it started from Friday, right?
Well,
Saturday,
Thursday, technically.
Yeah, technically for some,
people,
yeah. Some were working, some of us, and all of that. So you might think that you're on holiday, but technically you are not working and all of that. So you have only few hours to call it a weekend. But what else can you do? It is what it is. So we are here this morning.
It is what it is, yes. We'll have to serve our nation.
Yes. In your intro, you mentioned Team Legal Wife and all of that. What's happening? I saw a video with a lot of people gingering up.
Ghanaians have a lot of time on our hands. We do. And I love the Ghanaianness in us.
Yeah, the energy I saw in the video.
when we support something, for us as Ghanaians, we go all out.
Passion.
It's the same way Ghanaians gave an overwhelming victory to the NDC. That's how far Ghanaians can go. It's the same thing they did in 2016 and the same thing they did in 2024. So that's Ghanaians for you.
You fear the delegate. You fear the
No, fear Ghanaians. Now, it's something I've come to understand. You need to fear Ghanaians.
Oh, no.
When Ghanaians support you, you do no wrong in their eyes.
Yes. And then when they are fed up.
I can't think about the fact that you didn't come for your husband's funeral. But here you are, coming back home to a rousing welcome, and then hoisting a marriage certificate.
Must she be blamed for the energy she's cutting out there?
Oh, well, not at all. I mean, honestly, not at all. That's what I'm saying. Ghanaians, you do no wrong in our eyes once we support you. Yes.
We will support you regardless of who you are. That's one
But I love that those who support her went out there in their numbers to show her that indeed we are behind you. And that should be it. Once I support you, nothing should bar me from going all out.
Yeah. And it brings to context the judgment of the High Court as well, where the judge in some part of the judgment indicate that, look, the judgment is not only to satisfy the customary marriage and all the issues surrounding the marriage, but also to educate the public in some aspect of what they need to know, and also to shape public perception and all of that. Very interesting and very beautiful scenario. So Kumasi is busy, isn't it?
Yes, Kumasi is busy. And here in Accra, we are equally busy in the courts.
Yes.
What do we have?
Lily, Friday, the issue of Boko. I say Friday, that was on Thursday, because Friday was a holiday. The issue of Boko came up at the High Court, and the man on your screen, Alhaji Abagri.
Saidu Abagri.
Yes, absolutely. And this is a scene at the Law Court Complex on Thursday when lawyer Martin Pebu led the legal team to file in fact, they have earlier filed an action at the High Court seeking for habeas corpus. And that action is to compel the state or the NIB and, of course, the Minister for Interior to produce Alhaji Saidu Abagri to the courts to justify why they are detaining him. In their view, they think that his detention is unlawful. And so to continue to hold him in custody, it will require that an action be taken. And that action that they have filed is in the nature of habeas corpus.
So wait, I am intrigued. Was Martin Pebu contracted by the people who are supporting Saidu Abagri? He decided to take up the case pro bono. I'm quite intrigued.
Yes. So if you look at the narrative and the history, Martin Pebu has been representing Alhaji Saidu Abagri for a very long time. It is not only in respect of this case. Okay. Absolutely. So if you look at the record and per what he himself told me, indicate that he has been representing him even way before this whole matter came. Absolutely. So he has been his long-standing.
So he's continuing his work as his lawyer.
Absolutely. So that is the context in which Martin Pebu represents the applicant in this whole matter. And Friday, when the case was called Thursday, when the case was called before Justice Halima El Alawa Abdul Basit, she makes the point that, look, I was only given the processes on Thursday. She didn't have enough time to go through, to peruse it, to familiarize herself with the processes. And so she urged on counsel to oblige her some time to be able to go through the processes and all of that, so that today, when the case come up again, the court would then have a fair assessment, fair idea. And this case is filed ex parte, meaning it is on the blind side of the NIB and, of course, the Minister for Interior. And so once the judge made that point to lawyer Martin Pebu was of the view that it is the court. Who am I to say that I will not oblige the court the opportunity to scrutinize the processes before, so that the court can make a firm determination of the matter before the court. And so once that was made, the court, having looked at initially, having scanned through the document, notes that they made an issue of torture, that his continued detention, he's been tortured in custody. But Martin Pebu's explanation was to the effect that the man is being mentally tortured because of the kind of things that he's been taken through in custody. As we speak, it is only his son who has been allowed the opportunity to see him briefly. He's not a lawyer, so things that a lawyer would do with his client, he has not had the opportunity to do that. And so that is the reason they have such application or action before the court. So this morning, the court will hear that particular request from Martin Pebu, and the court will know whether to grant that request or not. But on Thursday, when the case was adjourned to today, I spoke to Martin Pebu. Let's hear him.
Being his lawyer in times past, at least this is about the third or fourth case I'm doing for him. So as part of the protocols, even I would have said, okay, you search to see which lawyer have you dealt with in the past. Can we call him in? I have not been contacted. I expect that the state is the state that took him. So look for his lawyers. Or like I said, even if that is too much, at least basic, look for the Nairi. Look for the Nairi and inform him that, look, your son is here if you need him. But what they did was to just look for his biological son. But say that Bariga doesn't belong to his biological son. Customarily, his biological, that is his son. He doesn't control him. Ask for those who have authority over him, his uncles, etc. So that's how you go to the Nairi. So there are protocols. Or simply, if you had looked for his lawyers, and I, not just look, I have said it previously, I sought to contact authority. So I contacted Mutaka, Minister for Interior. He said he didn't see it early. By the time he came back, it was about 4 or 5 days earlier. Later, after we had come on air and complained that we felt his rights were being abused. And then after, I was being told to come through protocols, right to rights, etc., before I would see him. But that doesn't even solve it. Even if I wrote a letter, it doesn't solve the detention. The key thing we need now is that he be freed, because he's not been told of any, as far as I get second-hand information from Baba, he's not been told about any crime he's committed. And even if he had committed a crime, let's be very clear. You see, the Constitution is clear that if you arrest a person on grounds that he's committed an offense, right, within 48 hours, let's be very clear, within 48 hours, take that person to court so that the person too can apply for bail. Let's be very clear.
So that's his lawyer, Martin Pebu. And this whole matter is in relation to the chieftaincy issues in Boko and the Otumfuo Tutu's led mediation committee's recommendation report that Alhaji Saidu Abagwe should either be removed from Boko and its surrounding areas, or he lives within the area as an ordinary person and all of that. And this is the reason that the armed forces, the military, picked him up and all of that. So the lawyers are saying that, look, that particular action, it's against the law, and therefore he ought to be brought to the court, and they have to justify why he's being detained in custody. So today, this morning at 9 a.m., the High Court presided over by Justice Halima El Alawa Abdul Basit with the issue.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Let's jump over that issue and move to Chairman Wontumi and his rules.
Yes. So officially, so Chairman Wontumi on the 7th of October made his first appearance in relation to the Summer Boy, Galamsey issues, assigning mineral rights without authorization, and of course the other leg of the case has to do with the illegal mining activities within the Nimbroso Forest Reserve and all of that. So today, all that we have been doing in court, all that we have been seeing in court is the pre-trial processes and all of that, case management conference, disclosures, we want further disclosures, then case management completion plan and all of that. So at the last court sitting, we did indicate that the court has set series of dates for the trial to begin. The trial is beginning by way of prosecution putting their very first witness in the witness box. In respect of this case where Chairman GHOne and the other, his company, Akunta Mine, and one other are standing trial, the point is that prosecution will be calling for witness, and today, before Justice Audrey Kokuviti, the very first of the witness is expected to mount the witness box for evidence to start flowing. So that is what we should expect in relation to this leg of the case. In fact, over the weekend, the Deputy Attorney General gave out the information that another person, one person is at large within the context of this whole matter, and that person has been arrested. We'll see how that unfolds in the context of this case and all of that. So today, officially, Bernard Entribu Isiakun, the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, popularly known as Chairman GHOne, his trial in relation to assigning mineral rights without authorization, especially so within the Summer Boy area today.
Okay, quite interesting. And then the OSP is back in court. This time around, he's not back in court with one issue, but two. But let's look at that involving the former MPA boss, Mustafa Abdul Hamid.
So the former MPA boss, in relation, there's an application that he has filed. You know that the OSP has charged him, and then he's seeking to have the charges struck out. Now, once he's filed that particular process, what the court has asked is that the other accused persons involved in this whole matter, so serve them with all the processes so that they will know that this thing is happening in the case that they themselves are involved. The OSP has filed an affidavit in opposition to that and all of that. That case was expected today, but indication is that it will rather come up on 22nd of January and not today. So that one, 22nd, we'll talk about it in relation. I'll give you much more details in relation to Mustafa Hamid and the OSP and all of that. But one that will also catch the eye is in relation to... And
it's dragged for what?
Yes.
That's the OSP and Charles Bisu.
And then two others, Dr. Nadede Tego, and then one Raphael Mensah. So 8 counts, and all of them have pleaded not guilty. Remember that this is the case that the Office of the Special Prosecutor has indicated or is calling witnesses. And when the first witness was expected to begin his testimony, the issue about privacy comes in, the issue about the witness testifying in camera came to the fore. The court has to ask the parties to file their processes formally. OSP filed, the lawyers of Charles Bisu and the other accused person also responded, opposed to that, advanced argument orally, made references to in decided cases, authorities, case law, and all of that. At the end, the court was of the view that looking at the nature of the case before the court and the kind of things that have happened, Ahmed Swale issue came to the fore. It was referenced. The court said, look, when a witness is coming to the court and he has an example of this in the mind, that this is somebody whose pictures were just put on in public, and a few days, I must put it that way, he has been killed, then of course that witness coming to court, having that in mind, will be concerned. So it is also the duty of the court to protect persons who are supposed to come and assist the court make a decision. So that case today, it is expected to happen, and that witness would be required to testify in camera. But the court is saying that those of us who will report from the court will not have access to sit in that particular hearing where the witness would testify. However, after the testimony, we can apply to the registrar or through the registrar and obtain copies. However, certain sensitive information about the witness would be taken out before we are given what was supposed to be given. So these are the surrounding circumstances of this case. So this and some more other cases, of course, those that will chance on and those that for one or two reasons will miss the date, we'll get all of them in this one. So officially 2026 is beginning at the High Court in full force, where all the cases that we do know, all the active cases, all the political cases, all the high-profile cases that we have been following just before the year ended, those that have not been determined or those that have not concluded, we're taking off now. So,
absolutely. Captain, thank you very much.
Thank you,
That's
Lily.
Captain with court today. We take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at Inside Out and then look at what the newspapers are reporting. But special good morning going out to Cookie Kwanzaa. Have a great day, girl. Bye for now. Back from that break. This is still GHOne here on GHOne TV. It's now time for Inside Out. So there is a release of who your best minister is, who your best deputy minister is, who your best CEO, and guess what? Who your best MP is in Parliament. So if your MP is not there, knowing that your MP did not perform, it means your MP is not visible. But it's interesting that Atto is forcing. He forced his way to be the topmost performing minister. And I mean, the FX rate is evident, the economic outlook is evident, the CD dollar rate is evident, the nature of investors who are interested in coming back to Ghana is the evidence of what he's doing. So indeed, Ato is forcing, followed by the Energy Minister, the Energy and Green Transition Minister, Dr. GHOne Abdullahi Jinapor. I mean, if you look at the current energy situation, you would also attest to the fact that he is equally forcing, just that he's not forcing. And I've been joined by my producer and head of political desk and current affairs, Ibrahim Alassan. Ibrahim, some of the names that made it to the list, were you surprised? So there's Ato Forson, there's John Jinapor, there's Eric Opoku, there's the Foreign Affairs Minister, there's the Communications Minister, Samuel Nete-George, there's the Agric Minister, then the deputy ministers, there's the deputy finance minister. That I am not surprised.
Yeah, because once the boss is there.
Of course, you cannot say the ministry is doing well and then his... Well, but sometimes you know that the boss is doing well and then his deputy is not visible. Yeah. But in this instance, I think Thomas has really been very visible in the last 1 year. Then there's John Dumelo, which I'm equally not surprised again. Then when you come to the MPs...
Okay, you're not surprised John Dumelo?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
He's been very visible.
Oh, okay.
In terms of visibility, yeah.
As far as his sector is concerned.
As far as he himself as John Dumelo is concerned.
Yeah, because I'm here to hear John Dumelo speak to Agric. I'm not lying to you. I'm a producer. I'm here to watch John Dumelo's interview on the sector.
So now let me come to the MPs. Yeah. Why I'll tell you that I am not surprised.
Yeah.
So on the MP side, you see Mahama Yariga. I mean, initially in the early days, I mean, he was quite subtle. Then later, he showed that, Charlie, I'm the majority leader. I will not allow you bully me or anybody on the majority bench or in parliament. Then there's Ahmed Shuaib. I mean, for somebody who was, you'd understand. And then there's Ladi Ayamba. And I am wondering how she is the best performing female MP. That is why I am saying that I'm not surprised John Dumelo is there. Because for Ladi Ayamba, okay, aside bye-bye, but she's been very vocal in Parliament. But how does it reflect in her constituency?
That's a good question.
What's on the ground to show that because she is an MP for a constituency. She's performing on behalf of the people who gave her a mandate. So if Ladi Ayamba is best female MP, then I'm not surprised John Dumelo is one of the best, because we saw a lot of pictures and videos of him. So
no, I get that. So on Parliament, right? So Mama Yariga, overall best, right? And then Dr. Zaneto Ajima-Rawlings, best majority MP, right? And then
what did she do? Okay, what did she do in Parliament that makes her the best majority MP?
Good question, and that's why I will say that this is very subjective. This ranking from facts is very subjective. The parameters they might have looked at will not be the parameters that me as a parliamentary correspondent I'll be looking at, right? So if I'm to rank members of parliament, right, I'll talk about punctuality. I'll talk about contribution at the committee level, contribution on the floor as well, right? And then I'll also talk about impact in their constituencies, right? I'm not sure these are the things that facts looked at.
Because if you talk about impacts on constituencies, we're in Zaneta's constituency.
Yeah, we're actually constituents.
I'm not sure I've felt her coming out. Anyway, maybe she does.
No, of course. She's always done advocacy, especially relative to security, relative to flooding in the constituency, especially the Adabraka area there, right? Yes. And so she's a hands-on member of parliament. No two ways about that. But they are limiting this to just 2025, and that's where my issue is. So she's
asking, yes. For so 2025, well, maybe she was, but not to the cameras.
Yeah, I think they must also be able to like when I was doing some of the stories, even me as a reporter, I was able to add some of the things that the ministers have championed and they have done. I think moving forward, facts should be able to also tell us exactly
the criteria.
Not just the criteria, but okay. Lily Mohammed did A, B, C, D in the year under review. Hence, our decision to reward her this way or that way. Mahama Yariga led a very turbulent parliament, right? And was still able to get the government business done, right?
Yeah.
As a member of parliament, he was able to help secure peace for his constituency. This, that.
But as for that one day.
No, I'm just saying.
At one point, he was even running away from his constituency. He had to take Otumfuo to come to his rescue.
Yeah, but somebody took the decision to
that was very intense.
Right. So, yes, of course, I know that's yes, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, so these are the things that we expect them to say, right? Eric Opoku, in fact, this swims against the tide because there are many people who think they've not heard much about the ministry.
I have not heard anything.
Exactly. So,
a Greek ministry.
Yeah.
People are still, I mean, Ivy, you are here. You've produced bulletins. I have read bulletins. We've spoken to peasant farmers. You've spoken to General Agricultural Workers Union, and they have a lot of concerns.
Yeah.
So you cannot tell me that in 2025, Eric Opoku has been able to solve a number of these challenges. See, if we shove a microphone down the faces of farmers, even in Accra, not to talk of the rural areas, I'm not sure they'll be excited about this ranking for Eric Opoku.
Yes. So he makes the list. And mind you, just 10. So 10 best performing ministers, right? The one that made the list that I'm not surprised at all is, no, two of them actually. Sam George and then Joseph Bukari Nipe. The transport minister, you see, he's not your outspoken minister.
But he's the, let my work show.
Exactly.
Type of minister,
right.
yes.
And if you look at the legislation for commercialization of Okada, you look at what's happening at DVLA with the rollout of the 24-hour policy there. You look at his intervention during the Christmas when commuters were stranded, right? You look at the attempt to even, like I said, modernize DVLA and its operations. And then the committee that has been set up to get us an airline that will fly our flag. There are many things happening, right? So I'm not surprised at all that he made the list, right? Sam George, if you just follow social media, right, you will say, oh, why is Sam George making this list? But you see, in the year under review, regardless of what we said about the DSTV package, right, per the statement that came from the committee that was put together, first of all, DSTV subscriptions gone up. What we're told was a 3-month promotion is still in existence as we speak. People who decided to stay on compact are now paying lower fees than how much they used to pay,
enjoy that compact package.
To enjoy that same package, meaning that they came down one step and they were still enjoying what they were having.
Data prices.
Exactly, data prices. So personally, I'm not surprised that Sam George has made the list.
Well, I'm calling that surprised, especially when he's always on social media. If it is social media ranking there, Sam George and Amakwahine, you guys will top it all.
Yeah, when it came to regional ministers, Amakwahine also.
As for Amakwahine, he needed to be awarded best social media minister. Yeah.
Really?
Good morning. But he's working.
Okay, so he's working and then showing what he's doing on social media.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I get you. I needed to.
So I think social media needs to also, conduct these researches and give us.
I think we should do that. I'll get Eugene to put up that post. Let's do a poll, right? Let's get our own best performing ministers.
Okay.
Let's put up a poll, right?
Let's see who the people.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if Ato makes the cut.
Oh, yes, for Ato, I'm not sure there are ifs and buts. You see, he's got a lid on the economy, and the indicators are beautiful.
Good.
So once the indicators are beautiful, and trust me, it's not every minister who has worked. There are many of them.
Oh,
in fact, the one that also didn't make the list that came to me as a surprise is Kofi Adams, right? Kofi Adams ought to have made the list.
Yes.
Kofi Adams ought to have made the list.
After the finance minister, the energy minister, Kofi Adams should have made the list. Then Sam George, then the transport minister.
Yes.
Some of them.
And then the roads minister. Abuja.
Oh, yes.
In fact, the roads minister should even be way ahead because
Abuja should come right after the energy minister.
Yeah.
Because he's really, especially for the Ofankor stretch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Abuja, I mean, before he was very vociferous when it comes to these issues of roads.
Yeah.
And now he's been put in charge and he's delivering. Yeah. He's shown that I am in charge of that sector.
Yes.
And another person, which is Comsa, is the health minister.
Yeah. No, for health minister, I think he's had a lid on the situation at the ministry.
It's just that I'm waiting for the salary payments.
For the nurses and what have you. Oh, yes, of course. But, of course, given the year under review, remember when he mentioned that the budget, now the 2026 budget has been presented, right? I've always maintained that for first year, it's preparatory works. It's just because President Mahama came very prepared and he got his appointees in place way ahead
early.
of time
Yeah.
that we are marking him differently for all first years.
Yeah.
Right?
And especially when this is not his first time
Exactly.
as a president.
Exactly.
He knows the ins and outs.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
people have a different eye when they're looking at him
Yes.
as compared to somebody who, I mean, has just come in, who
Yeah.
is now learning the nuances,
Yes.
the
Yes.
inroads.
Yes.
But President Mahama knows. So
That's it.
coming back, I mean, it's just dotting the I's and crossing the T's.
Yeah, I agree. And then Bessie, you, Sami Jemfi, good boy.
Oh, as for that one.
Yes,
I mean,
yes. I think
and then Julius Nikwe, that one too is undisputed.
Yes, and then to Afeji, that's Tor. No, what's the boss?
Edmond
Boss.
Combat.
And then Edmond Combat as well at
Because
Tor.
Toys is now running.
refining crude,
Yes.
yeah.
But how long it can stay afloat?
Yeah.
That one, 2026, we go see him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, this is somebody's subjective report, right? Don't use this to hang anybody. But it's also an opportunity for those who didn't make it, right? To, first of all, if you ought to make it and you don't make it, social media will make it for you.
Yes.
They will be asking why you've not made that list. It means many Ghanaians appreciate what you are doing.
Exactly.
So let this spur you on to do more and be accessible, you see? Sometimes we cannot say this.
That is the problem.
enough.
Accessibility.
Yeah.
President Mahama, your ministers, a lot of them are not accessible. I am not surprised the Works and Housing Minister.
Yes.
He didn't make
They
the.
didn't
I
make
am
it.
not surprised. He's not
Yeah.
accessible.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
President Mahama, as for that minister, he's not accessible. He's
yeah.
only gracing occasions.
I think he's hiding somewhere. You see, let me tell you, we've been in this business for a while. There are many appointees who think that the least heard about you, the better.
That is actually the opposite.
That's the opposite, but they don't know. Like, no controversy. I'm not saying anything. Nobody can hang me. No. Once nobody hears of you, when they immediately tag you as not delivering, the president is likely to listen to those tags, right? But many people do not know that. They think if you don't speak, you won't be controversial.
Yeah.
And if you're not controversial, that's it.
No.
You have a smooth sail. No, you don't.
Sam George was controversial. He's not a cat. Yeah.
Yes.
And Makwin is controversial. At some point, he was tagged with Galamsey.
Yeah.
They had to go to court, and he was cleared. He's made the cut. So please,
that's speaking.
stop hiding in your corner
Yes.
and thinking that, oh, I'll get the job done. Who is seeing it? Nobody's
question.
seeing it. If you light
That's
a
the
candle and
question.
go and put it under your bed, who will see it? It will only burn your mattress. So, my brother, you have to make yourself available and
Yeah.
make yourself visible
Yeah.
to the public.
Professor Ransford Jampo also made the cut. Ghana Shepherds Authority.
Okay.
Yeah, he made the cut as well.
Well, as for Professor Jampo,
Yeah.
you know.
Another person that ought to have made the cut, probably the only point of attention, is Nana Kwesi Boateng
Oh, yes.
of Ghana Publishing.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Even
yes.
the president has given him his
exactly.
flowers.
Yes.
Right.
The president was
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
He
yeah.
gave him a huge pat on the
Yeah,
back. Yes.
yeah.
So as for that, facts, you
Yeah.
missed that particular
Yes,
one. Yes.
yes.
And a few other CEOs that facts missed.
Yeah.
But even with Nana Kwesi Boateng, he's very visible on social media.
Very,
So I'm wondering
very,
how
very,
did he
very,
make the
very.
cut?
That's the thing. You see, usually we did not, and I'm not sure. Up until now, we attached the needed seriousness to the Ghana Publishing Company, otherwise known as the Assembly Press, right? It's otherwise known as the Assembly Press. We felt it's just a government printer. So, in the scheme of things, we didn't pay much attention to it. And I'm sure that's the reason why. In fact, I won't be surprised if FACT didn't even know that it's a state agency.
That's true. That's true.
Seriously,
That's
seriously,
true.
yes.
That's
But
true.
I'm sure now the narrative is changing because he's doing some
But
amazing
one other
work.
person, I don't know if I saw her name there, was Ruth Sedo. I was actually expecting her name.
Okay,
there.
so National Service. I think she took over not too long ago, so I'm not surprised that she doesn't.
But
make
she's
the
been
cut.
very visible.
Yeah, but for in recent times, she's been
She's
very
been
visible.
very
Very
visible.
visible. Yeah.
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 As for Ladi Ayamba,
Okay,
dear, you know,
yeah, of course, the best female
MP, yeah.
Yes. I'm sure it's gender advocacy and probably some of the work she does in the constituency. Yes.
But the works, no, we have not seen them.
Yeah, but you've not been to Pusiga, have you?
I have not been to Pusiga, but at least it should be.
No, from
evident.
wherever you are, I get you. Maybe people Pusiga who are watching us now are saying that.
Okay, so those of you, so we're going to put up a poll.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
And we'll bring you the results next Monday.
Yeah.
So go on our various social media pages. Tell us who your best performing minister is, who your best performing deputy minister is, who your best performing CEO is, who your best performing MP is.
Exactly.
And let's compare to what Facts has put out there. I'm sure the sports minister will definitely make the cut.
Yes, the sports minister will
he's really performed. And Jones is joining us. He will tell us why maybe the sports minister should make the cut. So Jones, if you can join us this morning. So Jones Aji is the man who always brings us all the 411s when it comes to the world of sports.
Another minister that did not make it is the Minister for Trade. But I think I understand why. Probably many people think that the 24-hour economy ought to have been implemented by now, right? Yeah. And so, yes, I can understand. But there was a secretariat which has now been, it's going to be transformed into an authority. To give it much more power in executing its mandate. Yes.
Oh, as for Kofi Adams, we are going to the World Cup, so we are happy. It's one thing that a lot of people are happy about. I mean, we didn't get to the AFCON, but when you look at when they came in, even the NSA, I mean, sports, you see right from the Accra Sports Stadium, our pitches, the Ghana Premier League and all that. I think with sports, we can say that it's been looking good. The clubs are no more complaining that much. They've been given 1 million Ghana cedis, and it's an initiative from the government through sports. So I think for sports, Kofi Adams, so far, you are also forcing. He's forcing.
I mean, for the lesser-known sports, for somebody who used to manage a lesser-known sport before, he's giving premium to a lesser-known sport, and it's a good thing.
I think he's done well, and he's been very, very accessible. Exactly. When you call him arm wrestling, he's going to be there. You try. So it got to a point where, he was everywhere, but then I think
everywhere you go. But you see, that is what helps.
Yes.
Once the people can easily assess you, they can access you and be able to assess what you are doing. Then it means you are doing something better. Just that it must be reflective in how we treat all the sporting disciplines. So it's not that Black Stars in Kwa. How far with the women?
Oh yeah. So I mean, they also did well last year. They were third in the women's AFCON, and so this year they've actually qualified for the next one as well, happening in Morocco later this year. I think around March. So for women's football too, it's looking good. Now the World Cup. How far will we go? That's how
the prophets have spoken. Why are you afraid?
That
will do well.
He says we'll do well. Extremely well.
You know when they say we'll do well, you know what we have done previously.
So
where we reached before. What I say?
The investors will have.
The investors will be happy with me this morning.
Yes.
So investors, you have to.
But we'll check Musa Dankwa to because apart from prophecy.
See, Musa Dankwa is a Muslim. He has stated.
No, I'm saying that
he will not meddle in those.
We don't
areas.
Also. No. We don't want. He should use info analytics to the Black Stars. The way we look at the Black Stars, Can we do at the World Cup?
We are not saying you leave that to the pastors. This is a very busy year. Musa Dankwa is projecting the outcome of the NPP.
Right. Which is happening in about 2 weeks.
We'll give him time. June.
So let's go with the prophet for now.
Yes, but we believe Musa Dankwa. we still believe
the prophets are equally busy. Yes. They are looking at here and looking at there. And I'm told now it's about there's another prophet who has said Ken will win. So now aside El Bernard, right? There are other prophets as well, right? So somebody should tell us, will Ken be deported or not? We want to hear from the prophet. Can be deported or not?
That one is like they didn't see it.
They don't see that. Yeah, they didn't see the arrest, but they should tell us whether
or maybe they did though. But it's a political issue.
So they
are trying to stay out. But the same way you be prophesying on your pulpits that celebrities will happen to celebrities. Celebrities who die. Celebrities who do this. Ken to now he's a celebrity. America has detained him. It means he's a celebrity. For him to reject the embassy's visits.
The embassy is already anymore. Why were they going to do that? Anyway.
If I were Ken, the way they get, I say, Hey, because but you see, it's their mandate.
Really? Okay.
So they just want to show face, make sure you are doing well. You are their citizen.
Yeah.
In any case, you have not been able to be accepted into the U.S. system as a citizen. You're still a Ghanaian citizen, even though no be your government.
Yeah.
But everything they do, I mean, takes care of every Ghanaian citizen.
It doesn't matter
It doesn't matter where.
Balili, Ken is not just a Ghanaian citizen. He's a wanted Ghanaian citizen.
No,
I'm coming. He's a wanted Ghanaian citizen. Now, put yourself in his shoes just for a moment. The country that wants you, that has declared you wanted, has emissaries.
And I've sent the emissaries.
They have sent them to come to you. First of all, you saw the communication. They've confirmed that you have been detained. So they told all of us that, Charlie, we can confirm that
he's in the cooler.
Yes. And then they want to ask you, can we offer you any help? How are you sure that whatever help that they give you will not be a conduit to tell the U.S. authorities to quickly send you back to them? Right? So I understand his legal position that unless my lawyers ask me to engage you people, I'm not engaging you, right? Yes, so that's it. I'm not sure we should be slighted.
It's funny how something will happen to you, and this is not in any contest. And the first person to come to your aid is your enemy.
You see that thing? You see, so like at in your lowest moment.
On a very human way,
they will say it's okay.
You think twice. I mean, why are they coming to my aid? Yes, I know that they are supposed to look out for every Ghanaian in whichever country.
But I'm a Ghanaian you guys want, right? I've been declared wanted, right? So that's what kicked in. And he said, no, my lawyers. He has the best of lawyers.
Yes.
So, I don't know. So they should not go there again.
And the Attorney General has equally revealed that there's a blockbuster. Attorney General, he lies West Bound. Attorney General, I'm sure he should have been a member of the NPP because he has slogans, every day trailer. This one, the blockbuster. He said he's investigating some offshore dealings involving Kenofriata with some foreign investors. Attorney General. Maybe you would have considered.
You see why the man will not want to come. Anyway.
So,
I think Jones.
Yes. I mean, you guys are here. We are talking about Ghana, and Antoine Semenyo is doing Ghana proud. But you have a new coach.
Yes, we do. And he won 5-1.
Yeah. Rosignon. His name is Rosignon. Yeah, it's
Liam Rosignon.
Yeah, that's what he says. He says his dad says.
We'll go with the Liam.
Anyway, that should take us to the sports world. All right, so let's delve into the world of sports. Hey, we have
Phobia. Let's watch the goal. Phobia left it very, very late. They broke the GHOne hat on Saturday, and that was the goal. They left it very, very late to pick all three. When GHOne United qualified to the Ghana Premier League, I was there. We did a story, and one of the things that they said they would always want to do is beat Accra Suffolk. So they really wanted to beat Accra Suffolk, but trust me, the Phobia boys did a job against them, and they beat them by 1-0 on Saturday. Accra Suffolk now have picked up 3 points. Let's look at the other results from the Ghana Premier League that happened. Kotoko settled for a 0-0 draw, and there you see the results. Of course, Kumasi Asante Kotoko playing out a 0-0 draw. Aduana beat Carolina United by 2-1. Midiama also trashed Young Apostles 3-0. Bechim United 1-0. Dreams FC beat Kpando Out of Lions by 3-0. And Sodo Blacks and HSSC settled for a 1-1 draw. And of course, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0-0 draw. And Samatex also played out a 0-0 draw with Vision FC. Here's how things are looking like on the Ghana Premier League table. Midiama first with 37 points. Bibiani Gold Star second, 32. Idiana third, 32. Kotoko fourth, 31. And then Accra Suffolk are fifth with 31 points. So level on points with their brothers Kumasi Asante Kotoko in there. Let's head to the AFCON because Nigeria and Egypt, Senegal, and then of course Morocco, they've made it to the next round of the AFCON, or the semi-finals of the AFCON. Let's just see some of the highlights. The Nigeria are proving very, very strong. They beat Algeria by 2-0. And then, of course, they're making a lot of noise saying that Ghana should come to the AFCON and all that, but they should not worry. They should enjoy themselves. You see, he who laughs last laughs best. Who will have the last laugh this year. And so Nigeria are making it a point to get all to 3 points. In fact, getting the win to qualify to the semi-finals and making a date with host nation Morocco in there. Let's head to Egypt. Egypt also got a win in the game. Let's get to see the semi-final table with how the games will be panning out there. You see Senegal will take on Egypt, and then of course there's Morocco up against Nigeria. It will be happening on a Wednesday in there. So Egypt, Senegal, Morocco, and Nigeria set for the semi-finals of the 2025 AFCON. Now let's move to Antoine Semenyo. Yes, Antoine Semenyo scored on his debut for the... It's oh my God. When you look at the storyline of Antoine Semenyo, where he came from, he got to a point he nearly stopped football. But then now he's playing for Manchester City and he scored his first goal.
That should tell us that when you are in a space where people don't appreciate what you bring to the table,
don't give up.
Don't worry. Your time will definitely come. Surely.
Well, his coach Pep Guardiola has been speaking. Pep Guardiola is the best coach in the world, and for the best coach to talk about our Ghanaian player, he says that Charlie, the guy is very incredible. Let's get to listen to Pep Guardiola.
I know the quality is right, so I play extraordinary in Bournemouth in the last years. Can play in both sides, right, left. He used the both legs unbelievably, and striker as well can play for his pace, and he knows the Premier League. So many clubs want him, and he decided to join us. So all I can say, thanks to him. I'm really pleased for the next years.
Well, you know, Semenyo's mom is a Malian. Yes, you guys don't know, Semenyo's mom is a Malian. And it shows that we Malians, we've produced something to the world. To the world. If your school do I make you see. If your school do I make you see. Antoine Semenyo's mom went to Maoli school. And we Maoli school, we've produced world-class player. Let's end up with the El Clasico. Send your kids to Maoli school, okay? Let's end up with the El Clasico. Yesterday, Barcelona beat Real Madrid 3-2. Oh my. But then they had to make sure that they are champions of the Super Cup. It ended 3-2, goals coming in from Rafinha. He actually had 2 goals in there. And of course, Vinicius Junior and Garcia also had goals as well. But then Lewandowski also had a beautiful goal. And Real Madrid were beaten 3-2. Congratulations to Barcelona. So do join us at exactly 1 p.m. Today for the game with Monica Bukari and then Joel Champong, where we'll tell you all about the El Clasico, we'll tell you all about the Ghana Premier League and Antoine Semenyo. For Radio Lovers, Star Sports Digest on Star 103.5 FM at 12:30 p.m. I am GHOne Sadie Zedai. This is the Sports Chat, and of course, be outside.
Okay, you can go outside now. Thank you very much. Take a break here. Let me also quickly go outside. I'll be back with my guests for the breakfast if you stay.
The cleanup exercise led by the Mayor of Accra, Michael Pakpo Aluti, began at the Accra Metropolitan Assembly and extended to key streets in the city. During the exercise, the mayor inspected shops, ordering the closure of those that failed to comply with sanitation directives, and tensions rose as some unauthorized sheds were pulled down. Addressing traders, Mr. Aluti expressed disappointment over low participation and called on everyone to take part in promoting a clean and healthy environment.
As a team, let's work together and fix Accra. We have only one Accra, we have only one capital, we have only one Ghana. I beg all of you. Once a wapra, once a obear, no bear. When you sweep, when you sweep, when you sweep, when you sweep. So once you are finished sweeping, once you are finished sweeping.
According to organizers, intensified sanitation activities are planned in key areas, including the Cable and Wireless Enclave in Ikwaikwe South, Agboshi Market, and the Central Business District. The mayor stressed that keeping Accra clean is a collective responsibility, urging residents, traders, and businesses to actively participate in future.
Such people are the custodians of the soul of this nation.
The joyous event brought together hundreds of citizens of the Anglo State, including the Agbochi family, as well as the traditional leaders led by the Awomafia, Togbi Swing III. The national chairman of the ruling National Democratic Congress, NDC, Johnson Asidu Nketia, also led a high-powered party and government delegation to partake in the event, described by many as a symbol that future generations can look upon and remember what true patriotism and service mean. Speaker after speaker at the event did not only eulogize the former president in their own ways, but also touched on his legacies that the youth of today should emulate. Comrade Johnson Asidu Nketia had a fond legacy memories of the late Flight Lieutenant GHOne Rawlings.
Those of you who knew him, he became the head of state with the rank of flight lieutenant in the military. He refused to promote himself and refused to accept from the military. And after 11 solid years, left the Air Force after flight lieutenant. He didn't want to behave like others, either in Ghana or elsewhere.
Daughter of the former president and member of parliament for the Korle Klote constituency in the Greater Accra region, Dr. Zaneto Ajiman Rawlings, described their father as a figure who believed in dwelling in the hearts and minds of the ordinary people.
The statue is representative of who he was, our way of life, more than anything else, that would make meaning to his legacy, which was why he always insisted that he preferred to be in the hearts of people rather than inscribed on walls or in the form of monuments.
The Awomafia of the Anglo State, Togbi Swing III, called on the youth to uphold the values of unity, discipline, and hard work as future leaders of the country. According to him, the former president was not only an asset to the Anglo State, but also a true son of the Volta region and Ghana as a whole. 5 wreaths were laid at the statue grounds on behalf of the Anglo State, the chiefs and people of Jelukope, the family and children of the former president, as well as the governing NDC party. A grounds-breaking ceremony was later performed for the start of the much talked about Jelukope Community Library and Museum project. Benjamin Makafia-Tipu reporting from Jelukope.
You're welcome back to the show. This is still GHOne here on GHOne TV, and I am Lily Mohammed. My guests have joined me for the breakfast review this morning. This morning, I've been joined by two doctors, interestingly. Dr. Sami Aye is a presidential aide, and Dr. Raymond Ailu, he is economist and lecturer, and a member of the New Patriotic Party. One is a doctor of medicine. You're not a doctor of medicine, are you?
No,
You're a doctor of book.
Exactly.
So one is a doctor of book, one is a doctor of medicine. Good morning, doctors.
Good morning, Lily.
How are we doing?
Good. Happy New Year.
Many, many happy returns. We haven't seen you in a while.
Yes.
I like the way you're doing.
He's in government. So
Yeah, so he's enjoying,
he's
right?
enjoying a lot.
There's a lot of work in government. You go here, you come here on alternate days and what have you. So, sometimes you get inundated with the kind of work you have to do administratively and also in terms of relating to the media. So, these are
1 year
the
on.
issues. Yeah.
I'll come to how the opposition rates you, but
Yeah.
1 year on, how would you rate your government?
I think that the ratings of the government should be left to the people of Ghana.
But you are in there. You know what you're doing.
I think that we've done creditably well from where we came from, where we were a year ago, and where we are now. Any objective person who will be honest and candid will come to the inevitable conclusion that the NDC government of President John Dramani Mahama has done extremely well. He had sailed the boat from a position of, clear debt unsustainability, high debt burden, high fuel prices, extremely depreciation currency, and what have you. I mean, the fundamentals of the economy before we came into government was completely nothing to write home about.
Okay.
There was no doubt about it. It was climaxed by a draconian domestic debt exchange program, and that sent a signal that our economy was completely junk. It means that we could not even pay our debt. We had to beg cap in hand in order to restructure our debt. We had a situation where, pensioners had to parade themselves and throw themselves onto the streets of Accra in front of the finance ministry to beg that they are a vulnerable section of the society and that their savings and their investment should not be touched because of the haircuts that were going on. That was where we went to as a country. That we were even locked out of the Euro bond market. Ghana could not even go onto the bond market to even borrow because we were clearly a risky country. No investor was interested in our bonds and our investment. So that's what the economy inherited. Clearly, you know that in the last 1 year, the narrative has changed. It has completely changed. You understand?
Because you are injecting capital? And how long are you going to be injecting?
What do you mean by injecting capital? What we are doing is clearly intermediation of the system. Every government does that.
But how long are you going to be doing this? Are you going to be continuing this in 2026 as well?
Who says intermediation of an economy is a wrong thing? It's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with
I'm only asking, how long are you
going to... It is going to be permanent. It is going to be sustainable.
Okay.
And we can assure the people of Ghana that they can always heave a sigh of relief that they have a working government in place, a competent one, of course. We will not mount podiums to give lectures from one place to another, grain from year to year, hop from one point to another, to claim that we are the best thing that ever happened to this country. We do our best as a government under the leadership of President John Dramani Mahama. We have a good finance minister. We have institutions of states like Gold Board and other institutions that are behind the President John Dramani Mahama to deliver on the mandates of the people. I believe this is just a preliminary comment. We'll get into the details of the debate. And so I think for me, in my honest opinion, the government has done well. And we leave it to the people of Ghana to, judge us.
Dr. Ailu, for your side, you have rated this administration's 1 year pretty low. I have heard Dennis Merkel say about 30%. I have heard Andre Japamesa, for instance, say that, well, it's we are living in a 419 era. How do you rate this administration? Are you also of the view? I mean, you're an economist. You've seen all the indicators. Before, we're in a junk status. Today, our ratings are improving. From where you sit as an economist, I know that you hold a party card, but are we doing well economically? Outlook.
Well, thank you so much, and good morning to your viewers and to my friend Sami. It's undeniable fact that since the NDC government came in, some important macroeconomic figures have improved significantly, and that is a good thing. I don't think any Ghanaian should run away from that or try to speak ill of that improvement that our country has struck. But we must recognize that this comes at the back of what the previous government has done, as we were already in the road of recovery since 2024. Our figures were looking good. Even the IMF itself had shown indication that the country was on a path of recovery. So the benefits of that recovery is what has run through to 2025, in which we've seen the stability of the currency. We've also seen that inflation has dropped. In fact, before the NPP government left power, inflation had dropped during the COVID period to about around 24, 25, between that interval. And so that there was already clear indication that things were improving so significantly. So it's not a novelty that it will continue to improve up to now. But importantly, what the Ghanaians are judging the NDC government of is their own promise of recovering monies, which they have not recovered even one Ghana cedi since they...
But it's a year not too early.
No. I mean, yeah, of course. But they promised that they were going to deliver that. And it's been 1 year, and not even one cedi has been recovered. You remember when they came to government...
But there was an arrangement involving the DOFOS, where 60%. Is that also not recovered?
Well, Lily, I think just let me flow so that this is a preliminary comment. So I would like to have the chance to do that clearly. And of course, I'm talking about Oral, where they paraded some people roaming around the streets of Accra, entering private homes in a bid to recover certain things we Ghanaians couldn't even understand. It's been 1 year that has not been done. You remember, running up to the elections, there was a promise that if President Mahama becomes a president, the issue of Galamsey was going to be addressed within the first 3 months. We are here today, and the situation is getting worse and worse by the day. Again, one of the flagship programs that the NDC promised, that everybody knows in Ghana, is the issue of 24-hour economy. It was one of the major hits to the campaign of the MPP. Ghanaians bought into it. They celebrated it. In fact, when they did the party manifesto launch in Winneba, the president stood on the podium with a clock by his side and showed Ghanaians how he's going to run. I think that we should be asking those questions 1 year into the government. What has happened to that particular program? Because the youth of this country needs jobs.
I hope you're taking notes of these questions.
The youth of this country needs jobs. And so if you promise such a very lofty, very fancy program, you would have expected that 1 year into the government, that will be one of their flagship programs to deliver to the people of Ghana. In fact, one other thing that the government really stressed on was the fact that they were going to train 1 million coders for this country, and especially absorbing many youth who are into these sectors. I don't know if you are aware how many coders have been churned out in the last year. Basically, none. And so there are some important things that we must recognize, which the government has enjoyed from the back of the NPP government, but clearly their own promise of manifesto has not been delivered. In fact, I believe that with the rate in which this government is going, 1 year into the government, and they have not shown any clear results of what they promised Ghanaians, and now we are in the second year, I am very, very, very scared that they will come back at the end of 2026 to apologize to Ghanaians. I believe so, because you see how the government is moving, it's showing clearly that they have lost track of their own record and their own promises. So it's now free for all, and everybody is struggling to try and justify that by mentioning the stability of the currency as one of the biggest achievements. And then if you ask them what has been going on over the last 1 year, then they say, of course, fuel prices have gone down. Yes, indeed, fuel prices have gone down, and also the city has stabilized. And as you mentioned, there's a massive injection of the capital into the market and to try and get the city down. This is not sustainable. I mean, I don't think any economic analyst would celebrate this, because this is mundane economics, that you basically are not targeting the fundamentals of addressing your currency in terms of export growth, but basically pumping money to stabilize the currency.
Not to cut you, but you mentioned in the beginning of your submission that whatever is happening in the country, the NDC must thank the NPP for certain things they laid down.
Exactly.
Now you're saying that they are injecting capital but failing to address the fundamentals.
No, you should not, because these are two things. If you take a policy from the previous government and based on your mundane economics also decide to pump in more money into stabilize, that's basically running what you came to meet, and also coming up with something new to also support that achievements that were being celebrated. So for me, I think there's nothing new in terms of this government. Of course, like I mentioned, we are seeing that the currency is stabilizing, but that is done through an artificial method. It's not a very systemic, natural way of maintaining a currency for the long haul, and it is obvious that this is not going to be sustained for the long term. And again, of course, as you know, the prices of goods and services based on the inflation figures have slowed down a little bit, but Ghanaians are not feeling it. If you go to the market right now, most Ghanaians are not able to purchase basic goods. Even though the prices have been stabilized, there's no money in the system. And I believe that if you ask ordinary people of this country, they will tell you that there's no money in the system. And this is true. Over the last 1 year, the government has basically implemented what I call, or in economics we call, contractional measures.
Okay, what are these?
This is basically the excess liquidity mobilization that or in economic terms, sterilization that the government has done, which is basically to mop up money from excess capital from the economy. Okay. And if you do that, you are basically taking monies from people's hands and keeping it in the central bank. Okay. Again, from the monetary policy point of view, the fiscal policy point of view, the finance ministry has not spent in the last year. You remember that they promised some particular things they wanted to do. None of them have been executed. And of course, the last budget, the 2025 budget, the government only implemented about 59% of the total budget that they promised that they were going to implement. So that means that money was not injected into the system to fertilize the economy and make things easy for people. So in particular, if you go to the north, farmers are crying because they farm their products all around, but there's no market for those products because there's no money in the system. So for me, well, we give some time. But I believe that Ghanaians are beginning to feel that it is not enough to celebrate only the currency stability, even though it's important and we must recognize it. But it is not enough to only celebrate that 1 year after you have been in government as the only achievement that you've done. Amongst all the large and numerous things that you promised Ghanaians, you cannot pinpoint to any of these things that you've done, but only to celebrate the. I think, well, Ghanaians are the best judges, and as a Ghanaian myself, I feel the impact in my pocket because I am not able to buy the basic things that I need in the quantities that I want. So, yeah, these are my initial comments.
For you, the ordinary Ghanaian out there, I'd love to hear from you. I always tell you that this show is big on your views. Let me know whether you are unable to afford the basic necessities of life. Let me know whether you do not have purchasing power. The NPP says the NDC has not done anything for the ordinary Ghanaian since its assumed office. For you as the ordinary Ghanaian, the NDC is here to serve you. I do not speak for the NDC, but because I am here to serve you, I'd love to hear from you. So send us messages on our various social media platforms, especially on our Facebook stream as we're streaming live on X and on YouTube as well. Send me messages with GH Today as the hashtag, and I'll read them here on the show. Doc.
Yes.
Okay, now when I say Doc, it's a bit
yes. Thank you very much, Lily.
Uh-huh.
I listened to my senior brother with considerable amusement, and I'm surprised why he wants to dabble in this low-level propaganda. Because he's a senior colleague, he's a lecturer, and I expect a lot from him. You see, he says that the NDC government has injected forex into the economy. It's not sustainable. Did he arrive in Ghana only yesterday? Did he know that between 2017 and 2024, the MPP government injected $7.4 billion into the economy? When they were doing that, was it sustainable? Where was he when they were doing that? You see, we cannot allow certain rhetorics and propaganda to, take the center stage when there are obvious facts in front of all of us. You understand the point I'm making? If injection of forex alone could save an economy, the MPP's economy could have been saved. We wouldn't have done domestic debt exchange program where over 100 billion Ghana cedis of the people of Ghana will be expropriated by the MPP government. If injection of forex alone was enough, we wouldn't have had a situation where dollar will rise as far as 17 Ghana cedis. The British pound will rise as far as 21 Ghana cedis. If injection alone could save an economy, we wouldn't have seen a situation where a gallon of fuel will move from 14 Ghana cedis in 2016 to 72 Ghana cedis in 2024. And so, this cheap propaganda by the MPP from top to down will not suffice. You understand the point I'm making? There is no basis for that debate, and that debate must be cut out. He says that the appreciation we are seeing in our economy is not a novelty, and that they have started implementing it. You were in power for 8 years. You inherited an economy with a national debt of 120 billion Ghana cedis. You made sure that it had skyrocketed to 726 billion Ghana cedis. At a point, we had a debt to GDP ratio of 104%. Were they better managers of the economy? Today, because of the investments we have done, even in gold board alone, almost 11 billion Ghana cedis has been injected into the system by gold board. Our national debt has reduced by over 100 billion Ghana cedis from a debt to GDP ratio of 61% to 45% because of the investments we have done. And you say this is not a novelty, but it is a novelty for your government. You understand the point I'm making? To pick fuel from 14 cedis to $1 to 72 Ghana cedis. You pick dollar from 4 cedis to 17 Ghana cedis. That is a novelty. But President Mohammed's significant involvement in the Ghanaian economy and his intervention by his government is not a novelty. Please, we cannot continue to encourage a situation like this. Look, I have listened to key stalwarts of the MPP, and they are even shocked that over several months we have a cedi that is appreciating. I've watched videos from Nana Komia, the seasoned Nana Komia. He says that the cedi depreciation is an annual ritual which happens over the year. They have not seen appreciation before. But under President John Dramani, we are having an average appreciation of 41%. In fact, Bloomberg says that Ghana's cedi was the best performing currency in 2025 all across Africa. And you are saying this is not a novelty. You see, we cannot encourage a situation like this. Number 3, he says that it is not a novelty for treasury bills that people were buying at 28 to 30% under the MPP. It's now 10 to 11% under the NDC. People are even overly subscribing. It is not a novelty. Really, how can you say this on a national platform? So there is no basis for his argument. There is no substance in the argument. It is disjointed and it cannot stand any meaningful scrutiny, just like I've done here. We need to give respect to whom deserves to be respected. Look, it got to a time under the MPP, each one of them was running away from responsibility. Even Dr. Bawumia, whose wife calls him the economic wizard, but has not been able to produce one economic song. Dr. Bawumia, he ran away from responsibility as far as the Ghanaian economy is concerned. On his 7th February 2024 address at UPSA, did he not say that he, as the head of economic management team, their decisions are not binding on government? That when he advises President Kufuor doesn't listen. So it's President Kufuor who has collapsed the Ghanaian economy. It's not him. Meanwhile, President Kufuor stood on a platform and told us that he, Dr. Bawumia, is the one managing the Ghanaian economy. You gave us excuses upon excuses. If it is not COVID-19, it is Russia-Ukrainian war. We are even lucky that the U.S. attack on Venezuela did not happen under them. They would have given us another excuse. But this is a government that is a no-frills, no-throws government. We are a serious government. We do not give excuses. We deliver when we are expected to. You understand the point I'm making? And so we have done extremely well. We have been able to manage the Ghanaian economy. Look at all the macroeconomic indicators. There's not a single one of them that the MPP has been able to trump us. We took an inflation of 28.3%. Today we are doing 5.4%. Did they ever happen under the MPP? At a point we went to 54% hyperinflation. It has never happened. We saw that spectacle under the MPP. Primary balance, they left us negative 3.25. We planned to get 1.5. We ended up getting 1.6, more than what we targeted. Under them, BOG had reserves of 9 billion. We are doing in excess of 13 billion Ghana cedis because of the investments we have done in Good Board and what have you. Debt to GDP ratio, we met it at 61%. Today we are doing about 45%. You understand the point I'm making, Lily? Yeah. Look at the benefits we are even getting from the appreciation of the CDLO. Fuel prices have reduced. Lily, do you know that only a week or 2 weeks ago, the government paid Eurobond to a tune of $709 million? Yeah. Do you know, under the MPP, if the exchange rate was at 16, we would have paid 11.34 billion Ghana cedis. Because of the appreciation of the cedi alone, we are only paying 8.5 billion. The Ghanaian government has saved over 3 billion Ghana cedis. And it is the people of Ghana who will benefit from it. Okay. Not only MPP members, NDC members will benefit, CPP members will benefit. You, Lily, as a journalist, you benefit from it because of what we have done. Do you know that because of the appreciation of the cedi, our national debt has reduced from 726 billion to 620 billion? And he says this is not a novelty. Do you know that at the end of September, our import bill was 11.8 billion Ghana cedis? Billion dollars. That is amount of money importers need to import things into this country. If it was the MPP government in power, importers would have had to change 156 billion Ghana cedis to be able to get that $11.8 billion. But because of the work we have done, we are no more paying 156 billion. Importers have to only mobilize 110 billion Ghana cedis. That is a saving of over 50 billion Ghana cedis. And it is a saving that these businessmen will inject into their business to make more money. And you say this is not a novelty. Lily, do you know that the appreciation of our economy has not only reflected in our macroeconomic figures, even in our systems? The achievements of this government, look at our oil refinery. The MPP spent 8 years, changed over 7 managing directors. They couldn't revive the company. They came to meet a debt of over $250 million. They skyrocketed into 570 billion without reviving it. In only 1 year, the NDC government of President John Dramani Mahama has revived our oil refinery. You saw the videos. Yes. A young man, young managing director in Mohammed is doing extremely well. The MPP couldn't do it. Go to National Investment Bank. They are projected to get a loss of 39 million Ghana cedis. The NDC government came, injected 1.9 billion. Today, they have made, as of September, they've made a profit of 146 million. NIB alone. So it has not even only reflected in macroeconomic figure, it has also reflected in state institutions. That is a mark of true leadership. Go to National Health Insurance Scheme. In only 1 year, we've had additional subscription of 650,000 Ghanaians. For the first time, we've had over 9 billion allocated to National Health Insurance Scheme. We are not even owing in claims. We are begging the health facilities to bring their claims so that we pay. And he says that the government is not spending. You want us to go and spend on National Cathedral? Or buy or rent luxurious private jets for president to fly at the expense of the taxpayer? You put a cap on national...
But is President Mohammed not flying private jet?
Hold on. President Mohammed, have you to hear that he's always flying commercial? Anytime
I haven't heard.
But you see, that is even a debate of another day. I don't even want to go there so that it becomes, you understand the point I'm making. Go and check. He says we are not spending. National Health Insurance Scheme, the amount of money we have injected. School feeding program.
Yeah.
They were owing them. They couldn't even increase it. Go and see the amount of money we have paid. Over 800 million. Capitation grants. They were owing over 6 terms. We have come and we've cleared all. Look at the amount of money we have injected into free SHS. We budgeted for 3.5 billion Ghana cedis. They are the ones that hop from one point to another, wasting everybody's ear that they brought free SHS. They couldn't even invest money into it. We have done it. Have you heard that a headmaster wants to close a secondary school because there's no food? No, because of what we have done. For the first time in education, over 152,000 students have benefited from our no-fee stress policy. We paid their fees for them. You should go and check. He said we are not spending. When they were in government, I can give you an example. Go to Abra Asebu Kwamankese constituency, district assembly. In 2024, they gave the district assembly only 294,000 Ghana cedis. As I speak, only 294,000 Ghana cedis. Go and check. At the last count, they've gotten over 6 million Ghana cedis. From 294,000 Ghana cedis to 6 million Ghana cedis. The district assembly that have had in excess over 30 million at the end of the second quarter. Okay. And you say we are not spending. You want us to go and spend on National Cathedral. I can mention to you sector by sector. Only this morning, have you heard that the finance ministry, Dr. Tufos, has released that we have paid $1.4 billion in settlement of energy sector debts.
Yeah.
They came into power.
I heard it.
When you go to the offshore Cape 3 Points, there's what we call a World Bank risk guarantee, about $500 million. It has been done so that ENI and Vitor and those companies, because they help in oil and gas exploration, when they are financial shortfall, that money is used to pay. They weren't paying them. So all that money was depleted. After it got depleted, they were still owing them. We have paid $1.4 billion, 597 million for that guarantee. We paid additional 480 in debt, old ENI and Vitor. We have added over 393 million in payment of IPPs. I can mention them to you. What were they doing when they were in government? They are the government that received taxes more than any government. We've come in only 1 year. Look at the heavy liftings we have done. Go to health sector. Ghana Medical Trust Fund, Mahama Cares. Look at the groundbreaking things they are doing. Only a few days ago, I wrote a piece on them.
Okay.
The investments they are doing. Health Ministry. Agenda 111, they spent over $480 million. They couldn't complete one hospital. But we are doing it. Education Ministry, I've made mention of it.
Are you changing the face of Agenda 111, or you're completing the 111?
They are hospitals that are supposed to be built. Government is a continuum.
Okay.
So
you will continue that agenda?
There's no, we have no. In fact, when it comes to a government that knows how to build hospitals, the NDC government, the NPP, they are latecomers when it comes to that. Okay. And so we will do it. There is no difficulty about it. But they spent $480 million, did not complete one. Go to the road sector. Ghana is now in construction sites. Everywhere we are building roads. Over 30 billion has been budgeted for this year and next year.
But I have not seen it in my constituency. Everywhere, but in my constituency. I live in Domkwab in your constituency. I haven't seen you say everywhere. I'm only telling you that you don't reach my constituency.
We are doing it.
Okay. So my constituency will benefit. Okay.
A lot of them. You understand? So there's no difficulty. Okay. So in 1 year, On the economy alone, if we are using the economy as a benchmark to determine whether or not there should be existence of a political party, Ghana will be a one-party state. On the economy alone, the MPP will be completely obliterated.
Okay.
You understand the point? Sector by sector, we have done extremely well in 1 year, more than the 8 years of the MPP.
Where lies the 24-hour economy?
Oh, Lily, we made the point, and I'm happy you even brought it on board. We made a point that the 24-hour economy was going to happen in several sectors of the Ghanaian life.
Okay.
They were earmarked government institutions that we told the people of Ghana will operate a 24-hour economy.
So where are you
know that
operating?
the passport office, they are operating a 24-hour economic system?
Yes.
Do you know that? Do you know that DVLA, they are operating a 24-hour economic system?
Yes, that I know as well.
Do you know that YEA, because of the implementation of 24 hours, they are doing those fire service assistance? Over 22,000 people have been employed in that.
But are they working 24 hours?
Yes, go to Tema Port.
Okay.
We learned that. I was there when they learned the 24-hour system at Tema Port. I was there. You understand the point? In fact, there are several sectors in the Ghanaian economy that we plan or we have started implementing 24 hours economy. We are 1 year in government. And that fact must not be lost on us.
But you promised the ordinary Ghanaian three jobs, 3 shifts.
Go to Tema Port. They are 24 hours. Go and see whether they are not running at 3 shifts.
Okay. So
go to passport office. Go to DVLA. You understand? It is a program that is being rolled out in phases.
Okay.
You understand the point? The MPP is in a hurry.
So when are you starting the second phase?
Lily, I'm saying that we have started in several government institutions.
Okay.
There are private sectors and other institutions that are being earmarked for the system to be rolled out. I'm saying that the MPP is in a hurry.
Is the presidency running 24 hours?
Lily.
Is this a question? You're saying that you're rolling it out in phases. Is the presidency running 24 hours?
We made a point clear to the people of Ghana that not every sector will experience.
So the presidency is out.
As I sit here,
okay,
I don't know whether the presidency is running 24 hours.
It was just a question I asked.
But the presidency is an administrative hub. Even in developed countries like the US and the UK, not all their presidencies run a 24-hour system. You understand the point I'm making? And so that must be put aside.
Okay.
I'm saying that the MPP is in a hurry to point fingers at our policies. You understand? But in 1 year, all the things we said, even in our 120-day social contract, have we not done all of them? Point to me one which has not been done.
I'm yet to see the Women's Development Bank.
We have allocated over 400 million for it. 400 for it to be set up. You understand the point? Which it will be rolled out. You understand? We've demonstrated more than enough commitment to it by budget.
Are we going to see? Because I am particularly feminine biased.
Definitely. You are going to see it. It's going to be done. President Mama doesn't say it, and he will not do all the things he said. He has done it.
We are going to see the Women's Development Bank.
Definitely. There's no doubt about it.
What of the 1 million coders?
Oh,
because it was supposed to be rolled out to 250,000.
Yes.
So it means this year you're going to do 500,000.
I'm saying that the 1 million coders program, as at last year, over 150,000 young people had applied, and processes were in place. They have even started training. They've done their training. Some of them have received their disbursements, national apprenticeship program, what have you. All these programs are being rolled out.
Okay.
I'm saying that it is 1 year in government. You understand the point? And a lot has been done.
Okay.
A lot is still going to be done. Okay. But the MPP must not create an impression that they were better. They cannot be better on the basis of the things that I've made mention to you. And so we have done well, we are doing well.
Okay.
Government is a continuum. We are 1 year in government. This is our 2nd year. There's a lot we are going to do for the benefit of the people of Ghana. Okay. That's the point I want to make.
Okay, Dr. Ali, I see that you've written a lot. But let me take this quick break. And then when I come back, I'll hear all the pointers that you noted. Stay with me.
In Ghana, our gold is more than a resource. It's our pride. And at Gold Ball Jewelry, we celebrate that pride every
Yeah, welcome back from that break. This is still GH today, and it's still the breakfast review. My guests are still seated. I told you earlier that we have two doctors. One is a doctor of book. One is also a doctor of medicine, Dr. Aye and Dr. Ilu. Dr. Aye was giving us his points on what the NDC has done 1 year in office in Mahama Point 2. Dr. Ilu, I saw that you wrote a lot.
Yes. I think those who are listening have now made a very clear position out of what we are discussing.
Okay.
And it's very clear from what my friend is saying that there's so many contradictions from what he is saying. On one breath, he says when you ask him a question that he has no answer, they say, oh yeah, no, but government is a continuum. You know, so now he realizes that government is a continuum, and so whatever the MPP government has left is what they are building on. The other contradiction that he keeps saying is that, oh, you know, they are just 1 year in government. When you ask about some particular deliverables, then he says, oh, no, we are just 1 year in government. But for some particular things, he shouts and says that, look, we've delivered this within 1 year. So this is clear contradiction from what he said. Look, I am surprised that he, as a young person, can look in the cameras of young people who are looking for jobs in this country. And because today he is at the right good place in the presidency, he's saying that they've created jobs. There are 3 shifts in Ghana Passport Office. There are 3 shifts at Tema Port and some other state institutions. If you ask the Ghanaian, the young people that they promised to give the jobs to, where those jobs are, they will tell you that there are none. Maybe he and his colleagues are part of the 311 shifts because
he says he is not part. He works on the presidency.
No, of course they've packed the presidency with a lot of people, and maybe I thought they were going to run the three shifts, 3 people, 1 job in the presidency.
Do you have the numbers of the presidency?
Well, it is clear. It is clear. I mean, looking at the appointments that were churned out, look, if you go to the presidency now, Dr. Ayer and his colleagues are loitering in the corridors. They have not even place to sit and work. Because a lot of the party boys, listen.
You said Dr. Ayer and his colleagues.
I'm coming.
I know he has an office.
Where from all this propaganda?
I'm saying
don't,
that.
Don't worry. You have a chance to.
I'm saying that the
Lily,
Flagstaff House.
You have to.
You ask him. The Flagstaff House.
You have to make him retract it.
No, that's what I'm saying. That he says you
know,
don't have an office. You would tell us. I am saying when he was speaking. I am saying that I have seen he has an office, but maybe he will have to. He's right here.
There's no problem.
So it's so surprising that a young person who should be sympathizing with the young people of this country and probably apologizing for not delivering this 24-hour economy within the first 1 year of their government is rather justifying it and claiming that they have delivered it and they are working in phases. If you ask him which program, which policy did they put forth to show to Ghanaians that this policy is being run in phases, do you have it, Lily? You don't have it. If you ask the NDC how they are run the 24-hour economy, they said they've set up a secretariat. In fact, 2025, they actually allocated money to just set a secretariat of the 24-hour economy. And if you go to that secretariat, you can guess that it's fully packed with NDC boys just to create jobs for them, but not to create jobs for the teeming young people of this country who are looking for the jobs. Look, he has mentioned so many things and touted the NDC as delivering in those promises. Look, he's mentioned free SHS. It is clear that NDC cannot claim to be delivering free SHS today. These are the same people who rejected free SHS. In fact, they opposed it. They made campaign billboards and adverts to oppose free SHS when this policy was being touted. I wonder how the NDC have no shame to now believe and tout free SHS as they are those who are delivering quality free SHS for Ghanaians. It's so, I mean, sometimes I feel sad. Because if you oppose such a policy to that extent that you can mobilize demonstrations, do adverts, I'm sure some of them were run on this TV show, to oppose such a policy. But today you are claiming that you are those who have made free SHS better. Look, Agenda 111. These are the same people. When after the COVID, the government of the day realized that in some of the districts there was not even a hospital that people can be referred to. The government took a bold decision to build 111 hospitals across this country. The NDC, as usual of them, made noise, sloganeerings of this, laughed at it. But if you go down to those districts and ask the people the importance of those hospitals to them, they will tell you these are life-saving infrastructure that they need. And so today, if he says that government is continuing, of course, government is continuing. They need to do it. Because if they don't do it, the people from those districts would ask them questions. And you ask yourself, is this the right thing to do? Yes, it's the right thing to do. Okay. And I think every responsible government needs to continue to deliver health service to our people. Some of the things he mentioned about the economy, sometimes I laugh. Okay. Look, nobody of his right sense is saying that the stability of our currency is not good for our country. Every party person of the MPP agree to that fact. That in fact, stabilizing the currency is good for our country. It is the procedure and the kind of argument the NDC is putting forth, as if it was their handiworks, is what we the MPP have disagreed. And we've made our point clear that we started everything. Today he's mentioning gold board. These are the people who said that the gold reserves that we were building from the then PMMC with the Bank of Ghana was not anything. It cannot yield anything. In fact, they said they were going to prosecute Baumia, Dr. Baumia, His Excellency, if they come to government for such fraud. Today, they've come and they've rebranded PMMC into Gold Board, and that has now become their baby. And if you ask every NDC member what has been their achievement, it's the Gold Board they run to go and ask, to praise. But this gold reserves that we are enjoying today...
But I don't think they deserve the praise when the gold reserves have showed up.
Of course, that's what I'm saying, that this is not the NDC policy.
Okay.
The point I keep making is that this is not an NDC policy. We want to know what the NDC has created out of the 1 year that they have been in government. In governance, you need to add to and build on. Of course, we came and built on and added to the system. The NDC only came and they are basically building on what we've done. They have not created anything new out of their own ingenuity, out of their own economic creativity to help this country. So some of the things he mentions, you look at it clearly and you know they did not start anything. Tell me one thing that the NDC over the last 1 year have added to our Ghanaian economy. Nothing. They've basically built on what we have left, including what I just referred to, the gold reserves
that amount to addition? You say they've not added anything, but they've built on what you left. Doesn't that amount to addition?
That's what I'm saying, that there are two phases. You need to create and you need to add to. That is how you expand. But if you even what you are adding to, if you have proposed it in the past, and today you are touting that as your biggest achievement in government, of course, if you look at the debt to GDP over the last 4 years, yes, the figures had increased slightly, but we were on a very good path of coming down in terms of our debt to GDP figures. Of course, if you look at what he says that they are enjoying today, we've seen the same thing from 2017 to 2019 until COVID came. Nobody could question the figures in terms of our macroeconomic performance between 2017, when we took over government, to 2019, when COVID-19 came in. In fact, one of the most important things I've said in this country is that how we handle the COVID-19, we must, if we go down on our knees, thank the government of the day. In fact, across the world, Ghana was being celebrated. The president of the country was being celebrated for his forthright approach to tackling the COVID-19 pandemic. And we of course, we succeeded in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. In fact, the president made the point at that period that he knows how to revive an economy, but not how to revive human beings. And that was a very proverbial comment that Ghanaians did not probably realize at the time. Over the years, we've seen that our economy has rebounded. But the lives that we've lost, can we recover them? No. So for the NDC to claim that they have come within 1 year and they have stabilized the economy and they have done all that, and if you ask them what they have done to stabilize the economy, they cannot pinpoint to anything. That to pinpoint to what the MPP started. Then I feel that they have social Ghanaians. The point that must be made is simple. As young people who have taken the realms of government, like Dr. Aye, we should be very candid to the young people of this country. When you mentioned the CODES program, he was struggling to answer the question that they are in training. I mean, you promised to deliver 1 million CODES. 1 year has gone. You have been asked, where are the CODES? And you said that they've recruited some people, they are in training. I tell you, if you push him to bring the list of those people who are in training, he cannot produce it. In fact, one of the worst performing ministers that we all know now is the Minister of Communication. And digitalization, I guess.
According to facts, he's one of the best performing ministers.
Well, I mean, this is clear. This is somebody who lurk around Facebook and responding to every comment. And basically...
You don't like a minister who responds to
this is a
comments?
minister who sat on national TV and was basically doing adverts for private companies in a bid to make himself relevant. So for me, look, it's not like... If you ask now, ask your viewers now, the performance of the Minister of Communication and Digitalization today, if you ask the viewers now, they will tell you that he's one of the worst performing ministers. Nothing has he done since he came. Even the data that he promised to give Ghanaians cheaper prices, he has not delivered.
He hasn't?
Oh, no, he has not. He has not.
Really?
Improve services from the telcos. We are still struggling. In fact, in where I live, we don't have the network when we are home. We don't have, unless I come out to make a call.
Okay.
So if you ask the NDC, they keep running and hiding. They are not able to today pull their manifesto out and show us clearly what they have delivered out of the promises they've made with the Ghanaian people. They promised to deliver Galamsey in 3 months. Lily, and the Ghanaians that are watching, today Galamsey has become a pandemic in this country. And we are all at threat. It's not that we are in Accra, so we are safe. We are all at risk of the effects of Galamsey. And the government has completely lost control. Now I don't even know what they are doing. In fact, it's clear that they've given up. The public commentary has died off, and the government has gone to sleep. The last time they tried to organize civil society groups just to make media surface. They did some propaganda there, and then they left it that way. I feel that Ghanaians must rise up and ask this government.
You call it propaganda. Well, meeting the theaters.
I watched the whole program, and it was basically a praise singing. It was basically, I don't know, but I felt this was staged.
Okay.
This was staged because the guy who came from the Water Commission, after presenting his figures, some of the people have to rise up and contradict him and say, look, you have been selective with the figures. Please.
Okay.
You cannot be selective with some of the figures you put to the public, whilst there are key indicators that have been left out. So for me, I felt this was a stage kind of press conference or meeting with the president, and just to try and give an indication that they are making some inroads in terms of the Galamsey. But for those of us who are living around the country, we see Galamsey happening every day. We see our waters getting polluted and polluted. People are suffering to get clean water to drink. Look, farmers are struggling because Galamseyers have taken over all the lands of this country. And of course, recently, one of the DCs of the NDC has been caught up in the web. He's actively involved. His own people, he and his organizer, are fighting over Galamsey sites. If you go around the country, it's complete takeover by the NDC. And they have deployed their people who are in the bushes and mining our gold and destroying our water. In fact, two of the top national party executives of the NDC were reported to be involved in Galamsey. That's the national organizer and the second vice chairman of the party. Up to today, we don't know what that case has been.
I heard the Attorney General speak on it over the weekend. He says he's still waiting for the report.
For how long?
It's an investigation.
An investigation so is that how they're going to tackle the Galamsey menace?
Were you expecting the investigations to be expedited?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, that's why we elected the NDC.
Okay.
We don't want excuse upon excuses. And this has been the case of the Attorney General. Since they came into government, he has been giving too many excuses for not doing his job. And he does that by organizing the media and showing them what
you said the NDC has not
but
demonstrated commitment in the fight against Galamsey.
No, I don't think so. Not at all.
Okay,
not
but I have heard Ken Ashigbe last week. He mentioned that. And I wrote it down. He said this government has demonstrated the desire to fight Galamsey.
I don't think any government demonstrated the desire to fight Galamsey than the president, Nana Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, putting his presidency on the line. Okay. And that affected our party extremely.
Okay.
To the extent that almost all the constituencies that were Galamsey areas, we lost completely all of them. Okay. I don't think that is new. The point I keep making is that we should not glorify mediocrity. Okay. We should be forthright as a country in tackling national issues that affect our lives. Sure. Other than this glory and celebration of minor achievements. That's not how great countries are built. Great countries are built by people who tackle their issues head on. And the NDC ran up to the 2024 elections were demonstrating across the streets of Accra, asking for a state of emergency to be declared. It's been 1 year in government. Has the NDC forgotten their own believe that a state of emergency is a good way to address this Galamsey menace? Have they forgotten? This is something that they fought over. This is something that they cried. They went out with their mushroom civil society groups to fight on the streets of Accra. Blocking roads. No, I mean, it's clear now. You can see most of them in government. I mean, I'm not the one saying it. Most of those mushroom civil society groups that were fighting with the government together, most of the leaders are now in government. I can mention many of them. I don't want to go into that. But I want to make the point that if you promise Ghanaians that addressing Galamsey means declaring the state of emergency, and when you are in government, if they ask you when you are addressing state of emergency, you are shifting the goalposts. It shows clearly the commitment of the government in addressing this Galamsey problem. So for me, I have always maintained that the NDC can never promise that they can solve Galamsey. Because in fact, Galamsey started massively during the last government of the NDC. That was when this problem of Galamsey became very topical in this country. And the MPP then, in opposition, promised to do something about it. And at the back of that, we came to government and we fought head-on. Fortunately and unfortunately, there were some successes that we achieved, some we could not, admittedly. But the NDC also ride on that again on 2024.
Okay.
And that when they come, they were going to address the Galamsey. And now we are sitting here.
Now I'd have to move to my next topic. But
I wanted to just wrap up. I want to just wrap up.
Once I move to the next topic, you can use a minute to address what. Then you move on, because I have spent a lot of time.
No problem.
But there's a message for you, Doc. Somebody is asking. The person says, "Good morning, Lily. The NPP opposed ESLA and promised to repeal it. Did they repeal it? Didn't the NPP mortgage it for loan and even extend it for 5 years to 15 years? Are you living in Ghana?" That's the question for you.
Yes, I'm living in Ghana, of course. I'm a Ghanaian, first of all. So yes, of course, I am a citizen of this country by all rights. So that cannot be a question to ask me. Look, we are not talking about the MPP government now. We are talking about the NDC. That's why Ghanaians voted against the MPP.
Okay.
If we didn't do some things well, and the people failed that we did not do things right, that's why they brought the NDC.
Okay.
So it's now the turn of the NDC to deliver on their promise, not to ask back the MPP what they did in the past.
Okay.
But the point I just want to wrap up is that when you ask him about the Women's Development Bank, it's very important for me also. Because I believe that if we would develop this country, we must find a way to empower our women in the market.
That's true.
In the 2025 budget, they promised 50 million Ghana cedis for the Women's Development Bank, which was woefully inadequate to even meet the capital requirement for banks. Now, this year, budget, they've, and again, 401 million to the Women's Development Bank. Look, we are waiting to see what the NDC government does with that Women's Development Bank. Because that's what the then running mate of the president, Excellency...
The vice president,
the vice president.
Okay.
Went to town across the markets of this country, promising women that they were going to deliver this bank in the first year of the government.
Okay.
The point I keep making is that these people have promised more than they can deliver. It is clear that they were doing wish shopping. They were not serious.
Even before you go to the second topic, give me a few minutes to read. But I can give all the time to you. He hasn't read our 120-day social contract. He has not read it.
Let me quickly open that.
And he will not take time to read it because of the MPP propaganda. Our 120-day social contract. Lily, read what is on the National Women Development
You promised to deliver this bank in the first year.
Please keep quiet and let me talk. When you were talking, I was quiet.
Exactly.
Accord me the same respect.
You mentioned that you were quiet. You were quiet.
So please keep quiet and let me talk.
Go ahead. Please.
So point 15, allocate seed money for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank.
Allocate what?
Seed money.
Have we not allocated the seed money?
You have.
So what is this propaganda about? Where did Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Adjumah go to stand and say that by 1 year we will build a bank? You see, I'm saying that as for the MPP, their party has been built on lies and propaganda. You understand the point? Have you seen he has been exposed on this platform? He clearly has not read the document, but he has been asked to come and sit here to criticize and do propaganda on a policy he has not read about. Number two, he said that because of their fight against Galamsey, they lost a lot of parliamentary seats. Do you know Dome Kwabenya?
Yes. I live in Domkwabenya.
Do they do mining in Domkwabenya?
No. They don't do mining.
Did MPP lose or not?
They did.
Do you know Second D?
Yes.
Do they do mining in Second D?
Well, if you look at the shores.
They don't do mining in Second D. I know Second D. Did MPP lose?
I know Second D.
Did MPP lose or win?
The MPP lost.
Do you know Ablekuma West?
Yes.
Just here.
Yeah.
Yes. Did MPP lose that seat or they won it?
Lost.
And so what is this propaganda about? Because of their fight against Galamsey, they lost parliamentary seats. Even places where there were no Galamsey, you people lost. Because of the shambolic government you people came to live in this country. He said
and I was so
hold on. Lily, hold on. He says that our government has not done well. Meanwhile, when they were in government, they told us that the panacea to the difficulties we have in the economy, the be-all and end-all of the struggles we have in the economy was e-levy. That without e-levy, there will be no rules. Did they not say that? Without e-levy, there will be no free etc. Did they know? That was the cardinal sign of their government. And that without e-levy, nothing was going to happen. Have we not scrapped e-levy? Yeah. Are we not delivering a better economy more than them? Are we not paying debts more than them? All the debts that they accrued, are we not paying them?
Okay.
You understand? So there is no point. Number 3, he says that we have just rebranded PMMC into Gold Board. Hey, please, have you read the Gold Board Act? Was PMMC the sole marketer and exporter of gold in Ghana?
No.
Where from this propaganda? If you have not read the Act, go and just read it. This is a brainchild, an ingenious policy of President John Dramani. Even MPP members, senior MPP members more than you, have commended the Gold Board and has commended President Mahama for that initiative, which, as I speak, is the savior of this Ghanaian economy. Don't ever compare PMMC to Gold Board. That comparison must not arise.
But
Number 3,
to be clear, not to cut you.
That's what you said.
To be clear, is PMMC not what has been converted into Gold Board with additional mandates?
I'm saying that the whole idea of Gold Board is to make Gold Board the sole marketer and exporter of gold.
So it's PMMC with an upgrade. So like a Pro Max.
Look, MIF, they bought gold. Bank of Ghana, they bought gold. PMMC, they bought gold. There were so many schemes in this country that were buying gold. It was not only PMMC that was buying gold. Now, it is only Gold Board that is buying and exporting gold. So that comparison must not even arise. He said that they did gold for oil and they did gold for reserves. What was the impact of gold for oil? They made a loss over 1.8 billion Ghana cedis. Nothing could be received on the forest market in a way and manner that we are seeing as far as Gold Board is concerned. So you must not compare, when we are comparing groundbreaking policies, far-reaching policies like Gold Board.
Now let me move to my next.
Small policies like Gold for
my
oil.
next topic,
Which
so that you can comment. You can comment. No, you've had enough time on this. I've spent over an hour on this particular topic. I need to talk about Kenneth time.
No. Please. I'm on the floor.
30 seconds, then you can come.
No, I'm on the floor. He could not tell us just one hospital they could finish or construct under Agenda 111.
Okay.
He said that there was a need for the hospital. Can he tell us?
Okay.
Where and which hospital they were able to complete? I'll give all my time to just one hospital. Okay. Lily, he should answer it.
Lily, just to answer it.
So I'll give you a minute, then we talk about my next topic.
The Sewa Hospital was done.
Where?
One of the
Sewa Hospital.
Do you know Sewa Hospital? Was Sewa Hospital under Agenda 111?
Please, you've done that.
Was Sewa Hospital under Agenda 111? Lily, what is this?
You know what?
Hold on.
He's now saying that Gold Board is a new brainchild of the NDC. Is that not laughter?
Oh, God.
Because even the NDC appointment of Semi Jemfi, they appointed him as a chief executive of PMMC, not Gold Board. So maybe he's confused. He's so confused. Because the NDC, when they appointed Semi Jemfi, pull out the letter that appointed Mr. Semi Jemfi. He was appointed as the chief executive officer of PMMC, not Gold Board. So where from this? Where from this that Gold Board is a brand new baby that the NDC delivered to Ghanaians in 1 year? In fact, if they should deliver anything in 1 year, they should deliver the 24-hour economy in full scale. They should deliver
Well,
the
it's
coded
actually
program.
true. He was
They should
appointed
deliver
to PMMC.
Nobody is saying he was not appointed to PMMC. I'm saying that comparison, in terms of impact, it does not arise.
Okay, please.
It does not arise.
Please
So
let
now,
him land so that I can...
you can see he's fumbling. Because now
Who
he's
is
been
fumbling?
caught.
You
So
are now
he's
saying
been
Sewa
caught.
Hospital was an
He's been caught.
Was Sewa
Look,
Hospital an
if there's
Ajanawa?
anything the
You
NDC
even
should
know where
call
Sewa
their
is.
brainchild, it should be the Women's Development Bank they promised. If you say
But you have
giving
been caught on Women's
seed
Development Bank.
money, a seed money to a bank, it's not when you give 50 million as a preparatory money. There's
What
seed
is he
money
talking
is the
about?
money that the bank which you establish
What
will
is he
receive to be
talking
able
about?
to perform its role.
You have lied that the vice president said that
I'm
you
coming.
complete a women's
I'm
bank
coming.
in 1 year, and you have been caught.
I'm coming.
You
We're
must
in
admit that you have
2026.
been caught. You lied.
We're in 2026.
Dr. Sami, hold on.
In fact, he says that we did not win Ablekuma Central. We did not
No,
win.
he said
He said we did not. He mentioned some seat. Dominic Obinyang was one. What I was saying is in Galamsey areas.
I'm saying that
I
you
was not
even
mentioning
lost.
places that
You started losing in non-Galamsey areas. So
why is he doing this?
I made sure. But I allowed him to give you the space.
Yes.
So please.
So
you asked for a minute. You're going over a minute.
I made the point clearly that we in the 2024 elections we suffered. Even the 2020 election, before the 2020 election, the 2020 election, we suffered a massive blow out of the fight against Galamsey.
Okay.
And we did this for the sake of saving our country. One of the things I have made and continue to make clearly is that today they are celebrating Gold Board, but we are celebrating Gold Board on the back of environmental destruction. Now, the gold that the Gold Board is purchasing, it is clear that majority, significant quantities of this gold is come from illegal small-scale mining. And that, yes.
Backed by which data?
It's clear.
It's clear.
I'm coming. Let me explain to you. Where is the illegal small-scale mining gold going now? When they say that they've completely stopped smuggling of gold, so where is that gold moving to? If they've stopped smuggling of gold, where is the small-scale mining, the illegal mining gold? Where is it going? If they've stopped smuggling of gold. Okay. Is that not what it means, Lily? Answer me. Well, if you have stopped smuggling, it supposes that...
I cannot answer that question. He's here. He can answer that.
So, if you ask the Gold Board, are they able to account for the destinations or the gold, where they get the gold? They tell you they don't have the capacity to do that now. Okay. The Gold Board completely cannot tell exactly which amount of gold is coming from where. Okay. So that there's traceability in the value chain, so that we know that we are not sacrificing our environment on the back of macroeconomic stability. It is important for us to know that we can actually achieve macroeconomic stability without necessarily destroying our environment. There are countries that do not have gold, but they have maintained their currency, they've maintained their inflation figures, and they've done that without destroying the environment.
Okay, so I have 10 minutes. Let me touch on Kenofriata in ICT.
Lily, yes, I'll touch it. Just a few seconds, please. Before we set up Gold Board, was there Galamsey in Ghana or not?
There was.
They claim they rolled out gold for oil and gold for reserves. Is that not it? Where were they buying the gold from? Has he been able to tell us whether they bought the gold from Galamsey Gold or from which gold or from where? You see, MPP, when you want to criticize, I mean, when we're in opposition, this was not the kind of criticisms we're doing. This is a complete baseless criticism. Because as we speak, it is even the Gold Board that is putting in place traceability. Gold Board does not buy gold from Galamseyers. They buy it from licensed marketers and licensed buyers. It is the Gold Board that is putting in place systems of traceability, so that the buyers will not buy gold from Galamsey people.
Okay,
you should rather comment Gold Board. You understand? So you see, there is no basis for this debate. I mean, it does not even have legs to stand.
Okay, so Sami, touch
on the matter of Kenofriata. I mean, I have never been in doubt that they were trying to evade scrutiny. They were trying to evade, responsibility and question. As a public official or public office holder, it is your duty to be accountable.
Sure.
One of the founding principles of our constitution is probity and accountability. When we are out of power, we are out of government. I have no difficulty rendering accounts, whether some amount of monies or public funds, came to my office for me to manage. You understand? As we speak, it is now clear that his visa has been revoked. Why would the US revoke his visa? We are told that he is receiving treatment in the US. Lily, you and I know that even other people who are not former government officials, who are ordinary people like us, when they travel to another country to receive medical treatment by a licensed medical practitioner in that country, on the basis of that alone, you have the permit to be there. Am I lying? Don't we fly people from this country to the UK? Don't we fly people from Ghana to the US and other countries to receive medical treatment? Do they have their visas revoked? No. It is clear that the man is not sick. I am happy that on 20th January, he will be going to courts, an immigration court, for matters to be put into proper perspective. I don't want to jump the gun. I'm happy that the Ghanaian, consular services in the US have reached out. Unfortunately, he has rejected it. There's no difficulty. But the impression must not be
Was the
created.
reaching out, you are in government, was the reaching out to, ascertain his status,
whether
how
he
he's
has
doing?
any difficulty, because he has been detained.
Okay.
And he's a foreign official. At the very least, he's a former finance minister. You understand the point? He is a former state official. Lily, when you have difficulties in the US, the Ghanaian embassy will come to your aid.
That's true.
My brother here, if he has difficulty outside the country, the Ghanaian consulate there will go in aid or support of that. There is no problem with that. You understand the point? And so I am waiting that on 20th January we can hear something substantive on it. But the impression must not be created that the government is after Kenuforiata to embarrass the MPP. Well, if it's about embarrassing the MPP, there are a lot of bigger people. President Kufuor would have been there.
He has immunity.
He doesn't have immunity in his first 3 years. The vice president is there. You understand? And so it is about rendering accounts. In fact, GHOne Rollins, when Kufuor came, did they not haul him in front of a quasi-judicial body for him to render accounts?
Yes.
Is Kenuforiata bigger than GHOne Rollins? Kwame Pepra, former finance minister, was he not jailed with his deputy, who even eventually died? No less a person than President Mahama. President Kufuor ordered UG Ahin to issue a statement and order the Office of Special Prosecutor to investigate President Mahama. President Mahama subjected himself to that scrutiny. He and his appointees. He ended up coming out victoriously. The OSP cleared him that President Mahama had done nothing wrong.
So the NDC is not after.
There are many people who have rendered accounts, who held public offices and rendered accounts. Nobody is after Kenuforiata. Kenuforiata is not bigger than all these people who I have mentioned. The current finance minister, did the MPP not hold him to account? Did they not send him to court? Did he not come out victoriously? And so where from this debate, as if Kenuforiata is bigger than almost everyone in this country, and he must not be questioned. Look, he is a former finance minister. Evidence available suggests that the monies they pumped into National Cathedral, they had no parliamentary approval. Over $100 million. Do you think the people of Ghana do not deserve to know exactly why he did that? In the SML agreement, the agreement lacked parliamentary backing, parliamentary approval. Meanwhile, millions of Ghana cedis were injected into that project. The company itself told us that they did not even have the capacity to work, and that the current state institutions have more than enough capacity than them. But they were given a contract. No parliamentary approval, they were given a contract. There's evidence available that over 12 billion of our tax refund accounts, we do not know how that money was spent. Kenuforiata was the one managing that account. Do you think that the Ghanaian people who have suffered in the last 8 years.
For somebody who managed the exchequer.
For somebody who managed the accounts of this country. If your visa is revoked and you are trying to adjust your status, it means that you are not planning to come to Ghana. You are not planning to come to Ghana. You understand the point? Yeah. And so I'm happy that the Attorney General is on his feet, is up and doing, and I know that Ghanaians will hear better news in the coming days, so that we know exactly how.
I'm wondering what that better news
spent. Of course.
Sorry, let me hear from you.
Well, the point must be made very clear that the New Patriotic Party as an organization is not against accountability.
Sure.
In fact, the former president, has made it clear since the days he was a president that there's a day where every appointee would subject himself to accountability. So it is important that one conduct himself or herself very well so that when that day comes, you do not have much to worry about.
Okay.
As a result of that, the MPP is not defending whether someone has done something wrong or right. And in the case of Ken Ofori-Atta, the MPP is not saying that Ken Ofori-Atta should not subject himself for accountability. And of course, the laws of this country are very clear that every citizen who occupies a public office must make himself available for accountability when the day comes. So the MPP, in principle, is not against accountability.
Okay.
The point that must be made is that this government has all the opportunities to prosecute Ken Ofori-Atta, whether in absentia or whether he's in Ghana.
Okay.
There is no law that requires that a citizen must be within the jurisdiction before he is taken to court. In fact, the NPP government took one of their own, Sednam Tamaklo, to court when she was staying in the UK or the US, one of these countries. Ran through the process and got her convicted by court of law. So it is clear that the availability of Ken Ofori-Atta has no role to play in the case that is before the Attorney General or the Special Prosecutor. If you are Ken Ofori-Atta's family member and you find your father or uncle or brother sick as he was and he is, and you watch how people who have been picked up by this government have been treated over the last 1 year, then you get concerned to allow such a sick person to be subjected to such a treatment. In fact, in some cases, some of them were in Iyoko cells for more than 2 weeks. So if Ken Ofori-Atta was your brother or was your sister, your uncle or your father, you will also feel very threatened to allow such a loved one to be subjected to such a treatment. The point that we must make clear is that Ken Ofori-Atta is not new to the US in terms of medical treatment. In fact, when we were in government, immediately after the COVID, he had these complications.
Okay.
And he went to the US for medical treatment. As we speak, his medical team have made it clear that Ken is suffering from prostate cancer. Okay. Apart from that, he also have post-COVID complications, which they are monitoring.
Post-COVID?
Yeah, post-COVID. Of course, he's a doctor. I think he knows that. So many people who were in their late 60s have these complications after they've contracted the COVID.
But
after
he,
they've recovered,
he was able to manage the exchequer post-COVID.
The point
with the complications.
The point I'm making is that
no,
yes, of course. It does not mean you cannot work. It just means that you cannot be subjected to some level of stress that might impact even you more. So There are so many people who are sick today from different illness, but they are working. It does not mean sickness means you cannot work. The point I'm making is that Kenneth Furiata, just like any other Ghanaian, deserve the state of Ghana respect.
Unfortunately, my time is up.
The state of Ghana can proceed with the case against Kenneth Furiata without his presence. In fact, the detention currently.
Unfortunately, I'm out of time.
The detention currently has to do with his visa revocation.
5 seconds.
So, which his lawyers are dealing with based on the communication that was sent to us. In fact, it is not compulsory that if you have a problem in a foreign country and the embassy come to your aid, you need to respond. In the case of Kenneth Furiata, he has a very strong legal team that is attending to him.
Noted.
And of course, if the
unfortunately,
Ghanaian,
I'm
if the
out of
Ghanaian
time.
embassy
My director psychiatry. That's Dr. Raymond Ayilu. He's an economist, a lecturer, and a member of the NPP communications team. And that's Dr. Samia. He is a presidential aide and a member of the NDC communications team. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you, doctors. Okay. Dr. Ayilu says that Kenneth Furiata needs to manage his stress, but he was able to manage his stress with the economic hardship. I am back after this. Welcome back from that break. This is GH Today here on GHOne TV. Now, if you're a lover of fine jewelry, let me give you a plug. Pure Ghanaian gold crafted into eternal elegance from the heart of our soil to the soul of your style. Gold Board Jewelry weaves heritage artistry with modern luxury. Every piece whispers stories of tradition, beauty, and unmatched excellence. Gold Board Jewelry is pure, it is locally sourced Ghanaian gold, it is artistry that honors heritage while embracing contemporary luxury. Gold Board Jewelry is also timeless piece designed to elevate every moment of your style. Now, for those of you wondering where you can get to purchase Gold Board Jewelry, we're located across the country. We have showrooms dotted around. Let me give you a few of our locations. Diamond House, Kimbu Road. We have a showroom there. You can call them on 055-581-0005. On the Oxford Street, we have a showroom there as well in Osu. It's 0556771438. In East Legon, we have a showroom on the Otele Avenue. It's 0553163811 to reach them. On the Spintex Road, we're located at the Marina Mall. 0556771414 is our number to reach us there as well. In Tema, we are located in Community Living. We have a showroom there. You can reach them on 0556771415. In Kumasi, we have two showrooms. We have one at the Ampoma Arcade. The number is 0556-771-416. And at the Prempeh International Airport, we equally have a showroom there. The number is 053-1040-808. Gold Board Jewelry. Discover the collection that marries heritage with modern luxury. Let's head for the health alert. We're still in the early days of 2026. I want to help you start your year right. And one of the important sectors you need to look at is your health. Now, health is wealth, they say. In health, you need to eat right because what you consume will eventually show outside on how healthy you are. And so this morning, we'll talk about eating right in 2026. And to help us is a clinical nutritionist, health improvement practitioner, Michelle Edusei. Michelle, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you for asking. Xmas weight. Is there anything like Xmas weight?
Yes, definitely.
What is Xmas weight? How does it come about?
The festive season weight. Like, for instance, you know when they say the new year, new me? Or someone would say like, oh, you know, I'm going to put on the Xmas weight once it's the new year. I'm going to hit the gym. I'm going to eat healthy. So it's something that has been about, it's a culture thing all over the world that you're bound to put on weight during the festive season. So once January starts, then, you know, we start making minimal changes to get back into that shape.
Okay, so new year, new me. How do I get rid of that excess weight? I mean, festive season, a lot of gatherings, a lot of eating. Sometimes we even forget our diets, the things that we're supposed to eat and not supposed to eat. How do we shed these things off?
First of all, there's nothing such as a perfect diet. There's no such thing as like you need to have a perfect diet for you to shed some weight.
Really?
There's nothing like that. Well, there's assumptions out there, you know, for social media on how to think, but clinically and dietary recommendations, it's just doing small changes to enable that we shed off that weight. Just starting off little, walking, healthy eating, or other alternatives, ensuring we're cooking, maybe a mini meal plan. Those type of stuff, it goes on and on, really.
So in the holidays, how do we ensure that every festive season, I don't get to put on weight, then after the festive season, I'm thinking about shedding it. What do I need to do during these festive seasons to be able to maintain my minimal weight?
I mean, portion control. For instance, if you are going to all these festive seasons, then portion control. So if whilst everybody's having a big plate, and if you're very, very submissive on what you eat, then you're very alert to what you want to eat, then you just have to do portion control. So I know, I've gone to a festive season, this is what I'm eating this amount of a day, maybe I'm only going to have a portion amount of meat, a portion amount of fried food, a portion of but there's no such thing as being limiting yourself during the festive season. You're bound to just put on weight. Or obviously, if you're a person who's already active, going to the gym, obviously going to the gym more, walking as well, brisk walking during the festive season, that could balance obviously the weight. But then during that festive time, you're going out to eat, you're going to work parties, you're going to your family, it's just bound to happen that you're going to put on the weight. So this is why we need to move forward and make these small changes, which is not so hard to do.
You say there's no perfect diet, but what is the ideal diet to be able to meet the threshold in weight management?
Okay. So
and being healthy as
yes. So physical activity, ensuring that you're having your fruits and vegetables. That's all I can really sense on is having your fruits and vegetables. I did not know, but I wasn't aware that the 5 a day is not something that is generated in Ghana. So for instance, in the UK and other countries, you need to ensure that you have 5 fruits or vegetables a day. Because 5 fruits or vegetables a day is what will help you with your vitamins, your metabolic system, with digestion. Because with digestion, you're able to lose the weight. You're able to, have a good digestive system. So consuming 5 different fruits or vegetables a day is a great start of shedding some weight and being healthy.
Must it be any fruit and vegetable? Must it be added into the meal? In Ghana, we cook a lot of vegetables in our meals. If I do those, will that qualify for having 5 fruits and vegetables a day?
Yes. So that means even drinking 5 millimeters of apple juice is equivalent to your 1 a day. Oh. Yes, 500 millimeters, 250.
Whether it is bottled, canned.
Obviously, even if it's from concentrate, it's still classified as one a day.
Okay.
Yes, a portion of fruit, a portion of vegetables, spinach, your salads, what you cook in your food is all part of the 5 a day. Your nuts, even nuts and seeds and spices is now classified as vegetables and plants and vegetables.
So then it means a lot of Ghanaians are practicing the 5 a day unknowingly.
Yes, exactly. They unknowingly, because 5 a day is achievable. In the morning, you could have your pineapples. You could put it in a smoothie. You could put it with your yogurt. You could even put it in with your oats, your granolas. So it's really achievable. But there's also the essence of financial aspect in Ghana, realistically, because healthy eating fruits and vegetables are far more expensive than unsaturated fats and processed food.
What should I avoid in 2026?
You should avoid processed food. Processed food means oily food, fried food, things that are, especially meat, pork, fried foods. Avoid eating out. Cook at home. You know the labels. Read your labels. Those are the type of stuff.
That is something a lot of Ghanaians don't do. Reading labels.
Yes, reading labels is absolutely vital.
So when I pick a can of any food on the shelf, what are the things I should be looking out for now that I should be looking at label or reading labels?
Salt, sugar, fat content. And
what's the ideal fat content?
So the fat content, you shouldn't consume more than 70 grams of fat a day. And it's just quickly, with the food that we eat, it's just so easy to pile it on. Especially because with our diet, oil is really involved. Oil consumes a lot of unprocessed fats. So alternatives like coconut oil. For me, I air fry my food. I use an air fryer. Oven my food. I tend to not, fry my food. That limits your oil intake.
Is that a healthy option?
Yes, that's a healthy option. You baked, grilled, then frying. Those little steps, you are going to see some tendency in your weight loss. There's no perfect way. There's no strict diet recommended by nutrition that you need to do. You could eat all types of food that you want to eat, but it's just making the healthy small changes in that way and ensuring that you're drinking a lot of water, 2 liters of water
per day.
Okay. Liquids per day.
Okay.
Yes.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be water, but liquids.
Yeah, liquids.
Make sure you have enough liquids.
You're hydrated. Yes, because that helps with digestion. And if digestion is better, then you're not going to clog up the weight. It helps with absorption, metabolic systems. The systems all just works together. So water is the number 1 priority, ensuring that you're hydrated for 2026.
How detrimental is our sedentary lifestyle to our health?
So, if you can elaborate on that question.
I sit a lot.
Yes.
a lot of us, for what we do, we sit a lot, we don't move about.
Yes.
How detrimental is it to our health?
That's actually not good, because you're recommended to have 150 minutes of physical activity. Yes.
Physical, 100 and what?
150 minutes.
A day?
Oh, no, a week.
Okay.
A week. A week. Which is brisk walking. It doesn't necessarily mean going to the gym to do 3 days a session. Walking. Even people are not aware, but cleaning your house is all part of working out. You're cleaning, you're hoovering, that's all part of calorie output. Walking, brisk walking, taking a walk during the night, try to limit driving. Driving, I feel like driving does, obviously, in Ghana, you need to drive to go to places, but limit that. Maybe once a week, take public transport.
My darling, that's difficult.
One of the alternatives. That's what in the UK they say. Instead of driving, maybe cycle. Cycling. So a lot of people in the corporate world cycle to work.
Okay.
For instance, a lot of my colleagues, we cycle to work. Maybe we'll go, in the morning we'll brisk walk. Instead of maybe driving a mile, you park your car and then you brisk walk. All of those things will accumulate to 150. If you do those steps, the weight is going to shed down naturally as well.
What's the ideal weight medically?
Your BMI shouldn't be more than 30. Someone that has a BMI over 30 and above is classified as obese. Yes. Okay. So you should have a BMI of a healthy weight of 21 to 26. Anything above 30 is severely obese, and that's a cause of concern. And it goes by your weight and your height. So just because I might be the same height as you, but then our BMI is different. So someone's height, depending on their weight. So the more taller you are, the more you're more lenient to put on weight. Wow, the shorter you are.
Really?
Yeah. So there's a chart. It's the BMI calculator. Okay. So the more taller you are, the more you're actually able to put on a few pounds. And then the more shorter you are, the more minimal you are to put.
Is that why, there's a saying in Ghana that the short people live longer? Is that why they live longer?
That's probably a myth, but clinically wise, no, that has not been established arriving. But it's one of those old fairy tales, yeah.
How important is timing when I eat?
Oh, making sure that you eat before 6 o'clock. Even if you eat after 6, make sure it's fruit. You're not having a full, heavy meal. In this, it's advised that you have 3 meals a day. You have your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, and then you have your snacks in between. Obviously, we do have busy lifestyles whereby you're not able to have those 3 times a meal, but ensuring that you have breakfast. Breakfast is the number one thing you need to have. Even if you don't have lunch, ensuring you start your day with breakfast is also a thing that you need to think about in 2026.
So anything at all during the morning period is good. So if I have just fruits for morning,
it all depends. I would recommend oats, granolas, cereals, than to having like an English breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would not recommend to you to have like an English breakfast or with sausages and beans, and I would recommend oats, Greek yogurt, a smoothie in the morning to get you going, to get your energy boosted and stuff like that. Yeah.
So that there are a lot of things you can do to start your year right, and Michelle has helped us with a number of them. Please make sure that come December in 2026, you not tell us that, I could not do the many things. There are so many things. Eat right, don't eat after 6. As for the eating after 6, now I will talk about it later. That's Michelle Odusai. She is a clinical nutritionist, health improvement practitioner. And this morning she's been helping us start our year right. Let's do some celebrations. Blessed birthday to you, my amazing friend Titi. May your day be filled with greatness and laughter. May Allah bless your endeavors with true and endless success. Glorious birthday, Titi. On this special day, we pray for good health, long life, peace of mind, and continued joy. May the years ahead bring you happiness, fulfillment, and all the blessings you deserve. Thank you for being an amazing father, uncle, and grandfather, and a true blessing in our life. Enjoy your day. You deserve to be celebrated today and always from their Osebo's family. Belated happy birthday to the most amazing IC Florence Saki from Priscilla and the entire RCH unit of Bawi Health Center. May you continue to enjoy God's blessings. I thank God for your life. Thank you for the kindness, respect, peace, and love you brought into my life. I wish you good health, wisdom, and success in all you do. Stay blessed, my lovey and king. Ish. From Sewakuto to James Nyama Tego. Happy birthday to Queen Esther of the Rhythms Live and Duvet shows here at GHOne TV. God bless you and grant you all your heart desires. Enjoy your day. Happy birthday to my forever friend. Wishing you a birthday that shines as brightly as you do. May it be filled with laughter, love, and all the beautiful things. Happy birthday, Abna Lipsy, from your bestie, Masim Queen. If you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're marking any significant milestone, congratulations to you. Michelle, how do people reach you?
Okay, so you can catch me on Instagram, Michelle Aduse. You can catch me on Facebook, Michelle Aduse. On LinkedIn, Michelle Aduse. I currently have a mobile number which I can provide.
Sure.
1 second for me. It's a Ghana number that people could reach me on to gain more advice. Sorry about that, dear.
Okay, so she's available on all social media platforms. She mentioned she's available on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on X. I'm sure she's on. Are you on TikTok as well?
Yes, I'm on TikTok.
She's on TikTok.
Yes,
Michelle.
My name is Michelle Ifia. Michelle Ifia. Yeah, I do a lot of food content and advice on there as well.
Okay.
I go to like supermarkets and recommend types of supplements, types of fruits you should be consuming.
Is it ideal to take in supplements?
Yes. I could use my own experience. I take magnesium, I take iron tablets, and I take vitamin D due to me living in the UK.
Okay.
It helps with, especially when as an aging lady over 30s, you should definitely be taking your supplements.
Okay,
yes.
I'm sure. In the coming days, we'll have conversations about supplements.
Yes,
but
definitely.
if you have the number ready, you
yes,
can
sorry.
That.
Oh gosh, so, oh Lord. So, if you can contact me on, oh dear, where's it gone to? Yeah, it's 0209 330918.
Go again.
Okay, 0209 330918.
Okay, so you can reach her, and then she has a lot of tips for you. But you can equally follow her on social media. She says on TikTok she's Michelle Ifia. She's been giving out a lot of tips on what to eat, supplements to take. And I mentioned to you that in the coming days we'll talk about all these supplements. My name is Lily Mohammed. Have a great day.